flexing.
Grizzly going crazy, nigga.
Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? I remember going to school, never had the latest shoes. You was raised to make it cool, I was raised to make a move. We was playing with different bags, so I kept getting shitted on. It was motivation, telling myself stay patient. Package touchdown, gotta relocate it. If that body got took down, guess it was donated. Plug ain't from round town, but we both native. Yeah, sliding with my body, I got a Joe waiting. Can't let these hoes spend the night, ain't got no home training. Heard your damn mixtape, gave it a low rating. Yeah, streets reply, I look right in a Mercedes. Creep at night, the city lights going brave. She popping it like that is meant for, can't be no road and extendo. Bitch, I put me in the friend zone till she see me in the end zone. Hoes calling from other zip codes, trapping hard, I need a flip on this, the new pack, the last one, bingo. Coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Stepping out cool, rock and roll my watch and shoes. They scream wave, ain't bring a pool. Mainstream think discreet my moves. Jack hit me up like gotta leave round 2. Know what's going on, man, you need it come through. I'm the neighborhood superintendent. Dogs in the den, got the kush in the kitchen. Look here, baby, I'm on real time. Needle in a haystack, but still shine. Wave guard, grill gold like a face guard. I did a bid and tell him wait for it. Grill gold like a face guard. I did a bid and tell him wait, tell him. Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the
Go out the way just to help my position.
Out this world,
go out the way just to help my position. When I was broke, I just knew I would get it. That hate shit you want ain't no good for my spirit. It is what it is, I got tired of forgiving. Mouth full of ghost crackers smiling and glisten. Out with the old, my phone jumping this Wednesday. Knew I was special, just needed to listen. Lift up a latch and detaching the ceiling. Super Dushani, the motherfucking greatest. This my new rental, don't care, I drag racing. In your apartment, I'm popping the latest. Started finessing, so that's how we played it. Stepped envelopes, gotta write out my brothers. No competition, we shine with each other. So many nights had my mind in the gutter. Mama told me like, boy, keep it together. Link with a big booty freak, it's whatever. Bet like a ring, we ain't cutting, we wrestle. Call my connect, need a package of pressure. Mind on my money, you know how I'm stepping. Take your advice, but I really ain't need it. You in my presence, 1K, how you keep it? Act like a star so they don't treat me basic. Bills late, niggas start getting creative. Go out the way just to help my position. When I was broke, I just knew I would get it. That hate shit you want ain't no good for my spirit. It is what it is, I got tired of forgiving. Mouth full of ghost crackers smiling and glisten. Out with the old, my phone jumping this Wednesday. Knew I was special, just needed to listen. Lift up a latch and detaching the ceiling. Super Dushani, the motherfucking greatest. This my new rental, don't care, I drag racing. In your apartment, I'm popping the latest. Started finessing, so that's how we played it. I'm detaching the ceiling. I'm full of ghosts. smiling, shining, then glisten. Talking my language, I'm tired of forgiving. Mouth full of ghost crackers, smiling, then glisten. Out with the old, I'm gon' jump in this Wednesday. Go out the way. Open the distance, it's what it is. I got tired of forgiving.
Hey man, say man, we on demon time tonight. We is on demon time tonight. Like, share, and subscribe. I dropped that link already. Let me see if I dropped that link already. We is on demon time tonight. Anybody can get it, nigga. You got an issue, click the link. Nigga, I'm giving out all the smoke, nigga. You niggas thought, oh, it's the Sabbath. Wavy, it's the Sabbath. Click the goddamn link, nigga. Any of you niggas, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you, nigga, we can debate about, nigga, ants, the Roach God, whatever you niggas got an issue with, nigga, click the link and get your ass up here and let's get to the bottom of this shit. Nigga, we could debate about your Exodus. Nigga, you want to debate about, nigga, come on, I'm handing out smoke. Any Bible believer, any Quran believer, anything believer, click the motherfucking link and get your head off. Any niggas, you niggas been talking greed. I've been hearing you niggas. Look, come out, walk out music down. I've been hearing you niggas talking.
It ain't my fault, I got it off. Chop out the low, package dropped off.
Yeah,
nigga. Cough, straight out the soul.
Wavy here.
My mouth, it ain't my fault. Cameras active, watching over my hoes. End up in the club, trying to chase you some clout. Designer step in, you can tell how I walk. Don't know no better, yeah. It ain't my fault, I got it off. Trapped out the low, package dropped off. Gas make you cough, straight out the soul. Girl in my mouth. No, it ain't my fault. Cameras active, watching over my house. End up in the club, trying to chase you some clout. Designer step in, you can tell how I walk. Don't know no better, yeah. Cancel myself, these niggas some faggots. Chains in the rings, hitting with bag. I don't wanna know more. Look goofy, I had it. Say they can't see me, go get them a tablet. What in the hell? Who told you go start painting your nails? Way God dangerous with scales. Bit off a piece, I feel well. Say that you need me, I'm there. Do not be greedy, be fair. That's my dog, that's my jag. Say slime, say slag. Way God, boy, you got cushion, that's sad. On the paper chase, don't ask where I'm at. Got 2 for 15, got 2 for 25. Tryna get up in the mix, better watch it online. She just had something fruit booty emoji. Tryna interrupt this doobie on road. It ain't my fault, I got it off. Trap out the low, package dropped off. Gas make you cough, straight out the soul. Girl in my mouth, yeah. It ain't my fault. Cameras active, watching over my house. End up in the club, trying to chase you some clout. Designer stepping, you can tell how I walk. Don't know no better, yeah. It ain't my fault, I got it off. Trapped out the low, package dropped off. Gas make you cough, straight out the south. Grill in my mouth, yeah. No, it ain't my fault. Cameras active, watching over my house. End up in the cloud, trying to chase you some clout. Designer stepping, you can tell how I walk. Don't know no better, yeah. Gotta shoot at 6, bad little bit, way God don't miss. I ain't a misnomer, got cushion the coma. She backed that ass on me and gave me a boner. Know it's gas smell like woo when you light it. Conversation about money, same time, right phone jumping like a trampoline. See my watch like damn me. Got the shit on, just make sure your camera's clean. Finding out somebody hating, can't move different. What's in my pocket, them blue bitches? Erday, that be who move with me. It's an old school with a new engine. She got designer heels, talented, tryna find his niche. I'm on the signing list. New slap, we gon' drive the fifth wheel. This where we take off from here. Bodies don't work, they off for real. Way guard, what it costs for real. Stay away from my house for real. It ain't my fault, I got it off. Trap out the low, package dropped off. Gas make you cough, straight out the salt. Grill in my mouth, yeah. It ain't my fault. Cameras active, watching over my house. End up in the cloud, trying to chase you some clout. Designer stepping, you can tell how I walk. Don't know no better, yeah. It ain't my fault. I got it off. Trapped out the low, package dropped off. Gas make you cough, straight out the salt. Grill in my mouth, yeah. No, it ain't my fault. Cameras active, watching over my house. End up in the cloud, trying to chase you some clout. Designer stepping, you can tell how I walk. Don't know no better, yeah.
Scoop back. Alright, man. If you oh man, I gotta break down some of this. Got Uncle Shaka already in here. Uncle Shaka say Shalom, Shalom. Grace and peace be unto the chat and panel. Most high bless. Peace to you, Uncle Shaka. That joint catchy. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Then he also showing his undying support with the like, share, and subscribe. Hey, man, say, man. Tomorrow is going down. Yashub versus Yah. Tomorrow is going down. Yashub versus Yah. We need everybody and their mama in the damn building. We need everybody and their mama in the building. It is going down. We do got some stuff we got to get into. President Trump. I'm having some so as a small business owner, Pine Club Apparel, I'm going through that tariff shit right now, y'all. As far as buying stuff from China, and even the production team over there, even they like not so much scrambling, but more so like the estimation for whatever you trying to buy is gonna be skewed because of now they having to add somebody that could help me out with this. But I heard it's like 138%, 158%, 138%. Man, I got like 5 packages coming from China, and they haven't even been shipped yet because they still in the production line. But I had got a text like 3 days ago. They was like, "Hey, we just want to let you know, you know what I'm saying? With the tariff thing, it's gonna be a I think it's a tariff tax, some weird ass thing." I'm like, "All right, shit, just let me know. Let me know how it go. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what I need to do. If we need to make some adjustments, let Big Casino know. If we need to make some adjustments, let Big Casino know." It is quiet in these YouTube streets. My Philadelphia Eagles been drafting so great. My Philadelphia Eagles have been drafting so great. Jahad Campbell, Ty Robinson. My Philadelphia Eagles is doing their thing. I got a call from my pops yesterday. My pops is no more a Cowboys fan. My Pop's been a Dallas Cowboy fan for over 40 years. He's no longer a Cowboys fan. Now he's the Eagles fan. So we moving on to winning traditions. And you know what I'm saying? Shit that really matter. You know what I'm saying? You don't never want to be watching something and be so passionate about something and be a loser. Fix my camera. And be a loser. So yeah, I hope everybody having a great weekend. This is the Sabbath. I come to interrupt the Sabbath. You niggas on y'all knees too much. You niggas talking to yourselves with y'all eyes closed too much. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm here to get you niggas in line. So if it's any smoke out there it's any smoke out there that could prove God, could prove Jesus, any nigga out there with some smoke, man, click the link. You know what I'm saying? And I'm catching all fades, nigga. I need back-to-back 10 fades, nigga. Put Super Wavy in the ring, nigga. I need back-to-back 10 fades, nigga. Where you niggas at? Line it up, nigga. County jail, line it up, nigga. All you Negro lights, all you nigga brews, line this shit up. All you goddamn niggas from Jerusalem and shit. Line this shit up. See where y'all niggas at. Because it is awfully quiet in these goddamn YouTube streets. All you Quran, Muhammad peddling niggas. All you Muhammad peddling niggas. Click the link. Line it up. Click the link. Line that shit up. Today is the day. I'ma prove a roach is more powerful than your God. I'm gonna prove a roach is more important than your God. I'm gonna prove a roach is more valuable than your God. I'm gonna prove that it's more existence for a roach than it is of your God. So you will be defending your Sky Daddy, and I'll be defending what you like to step on. But tomorrow we got this heavyweight fight. Let me put it on the screen. Tomorrow we got this heavyweight fight. Let me find a flyer real quick. Oh yeah, I gotta tell y'all about alright. Tomorrow, come one, come all. It's going down. Will somebody be able to take down Lucifer? Will somebody be able to take down Lucifer? Or will Lucifer continue on his streak? Y'all already know my boy, y'all, man. Y'all already know my boy, y'all. Y'all know what y'all got going on. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know Yashub. Y'all got acquainted with Yashub. I think Yashub will be over here rookie of the year. Over here, Yashub probably would get rookie of the year. He's trying to go at the heavyweights' heads. Actually, he want anything. If you debating, nigga, he gonna take it. But tomorrow, it's going down. We're gonna see if Yashub will continue his streak. Or will my boy Yah coming, shaking off his title belt. Y'all rubbing the dust off his title belt because ain't nobody You know what I'm saying? My boy Hemi gave him a tie. Hemi gave y'all a tie. I will give you that. Hemi gave y'all a tie. But the champ and it's long due for another Hemi and y'all. But the we're gonna see if y'all gonna defend this championship. You know what I'm saying? Or will Yashu continue his undefeated early career on Powerful Bills only? You know what I'm saying? I advise everybody to be tuned in. They don't sell alcohol on Sundays, so go get your bottle tonight. They don't sell alcohol on Sundays, so go get your bottle tonight. I also want to let y'all know that look, let me go back to it. Let me show y'all something. I also wanted to share my screen. I also want to let y'all know that how the hell I take this out? Just share my screen. All right. So yesterday I also did something that was pivotal. Oh, damn, draft's still going. All right, so yesterday I submitted my album. So as y'all can see, this the date I'm hoping for, but I know it's gonna get pushed back like 2 weeks after that. But this is the date I'm hoping for. Now, it's not concrete. I'm still waiting on the green light, but that's the date I'm trying to drop. I turned my album in yesterday. 9 songs. Let's get to the playlist. 9 songs. I got Motion, I Wonder, On Watch, Duck, Down with God, M.O.B., Mike Vick, Man Down, and Phone Booth. So my new album gonna be 9 songs. You know what I'm saying? This for the streets. This for everybody. This for the clubs. This for the people. This for the grinders. This for gang them. This for auntie them. This for mama them. Just know with this album right here that I'm dropping next month, I gave y'all what I feel like was my best body of work. Shout out to the producers, FC Beats, Cold Melody, Toretto Bag got 2 on that joint, Soulmate, It's Spence, Sosa, and Cold Melody got 3 on that joint. Just know, I can't really say what my favorite song is right now. And we're gonna do an album listening party. We're gonna do all of that. But I just want to let y'all know 9 songs. I just submitted my album. I shot for May 5th, 5/5/2025. I shot for 5/5/2025. If it don't happen, it's probably gonna be like May 17th, but it's gonna be between May 5th and May 17th that my album gonna drop. I submitted it yesterday. So y'all better be tuned in because I'm dropping all crack. Like this, the name of my album is called Meal Ticket, and I'm letting y'all know, like, I'm not playing with nobody. Uncle Said, get up in here, Uncle Said. We gotta discuss it. But yeah, man, so that's just what I wanted to let y'all know. I've been keeping y'all updated. Yesterday, I submitted my album in, and I shot for 5/5/2025. If it don't drop next month on the 5th, it's gonna be between the 5th and the 17th. But I submitted my album yesterday. Y'all gonna get great music. I'm giving y'all great music. You know what I'm saying? The best of the motherfucking best. You know what I'm saying? 9 songs, no features. 9 songs, no features. You know what I'm saying? And I truly believe I gave y'all the best music that anybody gonna put out. I told y'all last show, Lil Wayne dropping his album in June. Yeah, Lil Wayne dropping on June 6/6. So I was trying to drop on 5/5, lead into the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? And me and Lil Wayne take over the summer. Me and Lil Wayne take over the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where we headed. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for y'all to hear my new album. Can't wait for y'all to see the videos. Can't wait for y'all to see all of that shit. Just know, y'all gonna be proud. Y'all gonna love the music. It's gonna be something to withhold. It's gonna be something to listen to. And I'm not playing. I'm not fucking playing. When y'all hear this album, y'all gonna be like, You can't deny it. Y'all hear this album, it's gonna be something you can't deny. You can't run from. Your ears, when you hear my new album, your ears is gonna just tell, like, damn, something electric. Nigga, you just put electric. You playing some electric music. That's gonna be my new album. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely so yeah, next month on the 5th, we hope I shot for the 5th. You know what I'm saying? We still waiting on the review, but the 5th, between the 5th and the 17th, I'm dropping my new album, 9 songs, no features. All right, what I want to talk about next. Be on the lookout for that Captain Tazoriak interview. We keep getting bad timing, but I'm gonna get Captain Tazoriak up in here and do an interview. Probably next week or in 2 weeks. That Black Jesus Minister interview, if you haven't checked it out already, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing. This would be funny. We'll be beefing, right? We'll be beefing, calling each other slow and dumb and all that stuff like that. And it's like, when you change the subject from the God conversation, you and the person that you think is pseudo, or you and the person that you think is slow, will agree on 90% of the shit. It's just this religion barrier that we keep running into. So my whole point of if anybody want to come on and do a presentation about their religion, I ain't got no problem with that. But to try to unify all of us and everybody get along type shit, with the Black Jesus Minister interview, I brought up a topic. I want to talk about love, marriage, and relationships. Uncle Black Jesus Minister was like, hell yeah, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, let's get that out the way. So it's more so the conversation that I'm going to have with Captain Tazoriak, it's probably not even going to be about religion. It's probably going to be about polygamy or cults or ISUPK dress code. I'm probably going to have, like, it's going to be a regular conversation where you can find humor out of, and not more so just like a beating down. But you know how that happens. You know what I'm saying? You some people will click the link and they gon', you know what I'm saying, try to bang it out. So we're gonna see how they go. We got Uncle Said in the goddamn building. Uncle Said, what's goody?
What it do. Congratulations. I've been listening to your music, and you are right. Your ear is different. You're bringing a new a nuanced flavor. It's smooth. It's organic. Yeah, I appreciate what you're doing. Appreciate what you're doing. Too hot.
Man, Uncle said, man, it sounds like you in the laboratory.
Can't you hear me good?
A little bit. It sound like you in the
Let me
sound like
check
you
out.
all around
Check out how this volume works on this thing.
sound like you working. Uncle said, it sound like you got like machinery all around you, and you taking blood levels.
I'm always in the lab. You're right. These last couple of weeks I've been in the lab. You've been seeing the work I've been producing. It's time to do my part and putting the information out there so that these conversations are grounded in what they truly mean. So I'm doing a couple of lecture series. I'm gonna be busy way up into the summer because I got
Hey, Uncle said, I could barely. Uncle said, I could barely hear you.
Oh man, I don't know what that is. My volume is good. Let me take out the noise suppression and that stuff. Check out the noise suppression. Is it better now? Can you hear me better now?
It probably got a little worse. Hey, did somebody come back in? Uncle said, that's probably
Let me go. I'll come back in.
All right. Yeah, man, it is going down. You know how we do. You know how Uncle said do. Beat the pseudo to the ground. Make them ask for forgiveness. Shout out to Uncle Said, man. If y'all haven't been tuning in, subscribe to Pseudo Killers. The presentations that Uncle Said is doing on Pseudo Killers. Hey, man, it all makes sense. Uncle Said is a teacher. He give it to you from a baby's perspective. Even a baby can understand what Uncle Said is saying. So y'all already know. Subscribe to the Pseudo Killers and check out some of them lectures from Uncle Said. Uncle Said been putting that work in. All right, Uncle Said.
Can you hear me better now?
Just cut the noise cancellation back on. I mean back off, and we just gonna rock out like that.
Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now?
You had turned on your noise cancellation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, turn it off for me, cause I think it ain't helped the problem. It's probably
Ain't have the problem. Okay, it's back to how it was before. Is it any better?
you turned it off.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what that is. It sound like a little winding sound.
A wind in the sound? Just a second. Let me see. Let me check.
I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, hey, Uncle said, what is was that the last installment on Pseudo Killers, or you got another one coming up?
No, it's a whole series. So I'm doing a 5-part series called Deconstructing the Divine, and it started with the Richard Stenger piece that I did, the God hypothesis, and then I went into a 3-part series. It's an episode that was split in 3 parts because it's rather long. That was the concept of spirit. And I just recently did a couple of days ago diving into consciousness, what is that about? And you know pseudo killer style, so we tell you what the state of
Hey, Uncle said.
Yeah.
You cut the noise cancellation. Is it on or off right now?
Go ahead. Audio, noise cancellation, and echo suppression on.
Cut it off real quick.
How's that?
Oh no, that's not.
How's that?
It still sound the same. I'm not sure what that is, man. We ain't never had this problem.
Yeah, I never had that. Default microphone. Wait a minute. Uh,
It sound like a winding.
is this better?
You
Is
got
this better?
headphones on?
No, I got no headphones on, nothing. Just my normal setup. I'm just
On
on
the
the
laptop?
laptop. Just on the laptop. Nothing else
Man,
is
I
on
don't
the
know what
ground.
that is. Man.
Oh man, people
Uh,
can't even hear our sound.
sound crazy. Man. Dude.
Let me check one more. Advanced options.
You probably
So how's this now?
nah,
How's
it's like
this
it's
now?
like a winding background noise.
A
Like
windy
it sounds like you got like,
nothing
hey,
else on.
said, go out and then listen to the show and then see if you know what that is. Sounding
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah. Let me mute out.
Hey man, are the ancient? Let me see. Can I make my background? Are the ancient
I have no
Chinese?
idea what that is, but I'll come out and come back in.
Okay. Are the ancient Chinese African genetically? Are the ancient Chinese African genetically? That's what we got going down for y'all tomorrow. So y'all need to be in the goddamn building tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see two heavyweight. You're gonna see two heavyweights. Yashu versus y'all. Hey man, say man, you gotta be in the building tomorrow. You gotta witness this. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I noticed, and one thing I like, when the debate is over, when the debate is over, I encourage. I don't hate on nobody. I encourage y'all to take the debate somewhere else and and review the debate somewhere else.
Is
You
that
know what I'm
better?
saying?
Yeah, is that better?
Sound way better. All right, we good.
Alright, alright.
It got an echo, but I can deal with that. I
Now,
ain't
now,
tripping.
now, now let me check the noise suppression. Echo canceling. Noise on. I should be good now.
Yeah, you sound perfect.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry about that.
I was saying one thing I'm starting to like um the at the end of the debate, like take the debates, bring them wherever you want to bring them. Replay the debates, have an after debate show, post debate shows. Um, this is for the people. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't you ain't replaying these debates for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like we learning shit. We learning how to approach conversations. We learning how to present information. We learning all of it. So spread the motherfucking word. Anybody and their mama could review the goddamn debates. It's for the people. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no goddamn
I mean,
atmosphere where you gotta sign a NDA. Nah,
yeah.
hell nah. We letting the information flow on this motherfucker.
The information is to flow. It is producing content to help us, the other content creators, create content. So the stuff I put down, and I think I put it down in such a way that you can chop it up. You can take a particular point that you want to address and clip that piece up and you have me on record. And it's an idea to create content, right? I, uh, I'm in the YouTube streets and I look at the debates and I look at some of the arguments that in the community, and I structure and I use that to create content. So I see what conversations are happening or the conversations that need to be had, and I put my pieces together like that. And I'm doing that's the whole intention, right? So I'm doing 5-part series so that they're like you can look at these
5 series or 5 episodes within a series and get a overall understanding of particular concepts, what they where they come from, what they mean, is how is their validity, what do these actual terms mean? Because like the whole a spirit, the concept of spirit, right? That was necessary to be done, right? We talk about these things as if they're a matter of fact and we don't know their origins, where these ideas come from. Is there anything supporting them? Did people just make it up? How is it that we, hold on to these ideas? So it's a necessary endeavor to put a body of work out in the community so people can feed back to or use to argue for or against, right? You either have a resource or you have an area or something that you can create content of and elaborate. So the whole idea is to put the work out in the community and share the work, especially the debates.
Hey, Uncle said, I don't know if you know, but when you beat people up and you make them look foolish online, Uncle said you create enemies, and I think you got a new enemy. So check this out. Um, when you was on another channel this past week, right?
Yeah.
There's this guy, and I don't know if you know him or not, but um, I gotta introduce you to your new hater.
Oh yeah, I got one more.
You got
You ready?
another. Okay, so
Yeah.
his name. Well, first I'm gonna give you his organization. His organization is FOPE. Your new your new enemy, Uncle said. Your new enemy is Quanah. Now, when you was live, Quanah Lawal was he made at least like 7 comments about you when you was on Sanetta. The main comment was Uncle said is not a scientist. He has a food license. He said he basically was saying you pass out food, uh, Quanah, and I don't know where he
You
came
know,
from,
you
but I
know,
know that's uh Naphtali's manager.
yeah, yeah. You know what it is? Um, have you ever seen that the meme where where the, uh, the frog is in the mouth of the stork and he's holding on to the stork's neck for dear life? Or let me give you a better analogy. What one could consider themselves my opponent or my enemy, I just consider annoying, like a bug. Now it is true that I am a qualified and registered food safety and HACCP instructor and writer, right? So I'm certified to write HACCP plans, and I'm a certified food safety instructor. However, that is a addition, a much later addition to my package of qualifications. Let me just add that. The reason I was able to just pass that food serve program with flying colors is because the foundation of it is microbiological, is chemical, is chemistry, and is biology. Everything that I am trained in. So to do that program, second to nothing. I don't even need the certification to give the trainings. Number one, I'm actually certified to sign the signature and put a signature on certificates from people that are trained. Number two, locally, I developed the legislation to create and implement food safety as a standard from out of government. Along with that, I also wrote and revised the Safe Water Drinking Act. So these are just certain things that are extra to my qualifications. Now, yes, I simply have a bachelor's degree in bioanalytical chemistry, my initial 3 4 years when I got back, I worked in the local laboratory. Within that framework, me and two other young techs revamped the whole system, changed it around. I got bored and took on a job as a policy writer and public health inspector, where I was trained in field epidemiology, which later became relevant because I was a spokesman for and an advocate and an advisor to the public health minister in terms of the COVID crisis. I helped design the exit plan locally. These are
Hey, Uncle
just some of
said.
the things I do. So when he says I'm a
Hey,
fool,
hold up. Let me say this. Let me say this, Uncle said. When I think of somebody with a food license, I think of like somebody at the park selling hot dogs.
exactly.
Right. So hold up. So what would make him say something like that?
His ignorance, his utter ignorance. So again, what he might consider himself my opponent or adversary, to me, you know that Snoop Dogg song? Here's a motherfucking flea and I scratch you up my balls with my motherfucking paws. Y'all niggas better realize. Yeah, it's a flea. I scratch you up my balls with my motherfucking paws, nigga.
So it's basically what's going on is Qunar of FOPE, is he just crashing out behind Neptali, or you and him had words, or you
Look,
and him had
this
words?
this is this is nothing new. He hides behind Naphtali because she's amongst them. She is the smartest of the bunch. Now, she got dog walk. She's completely illiterate. She's ignorant as hell when it comes to anything scientific. I mean, you saw how Sean dismantled her whole presentation. She doesn't even know how to present herself in a debate, right? And she's being pumped up by those fools over there and having her make a fool of herself every time she steps into this environment talking that nonsense. She doesn't even know how to argue from a creationist standpoint, from an intelligent design standpoint. She's arguing from a creationist standpoint, but yet wants to frame it in intelligent design. Can't bring up intelligent design because all I got to do is talk about the Dover trial, and is dismissed as a scientific discipline. So what you're arguing? Your belief? Go ahead, have your belief. You can. Fables are made for people to believe in. You want to believe in talking donkeys and snakes? So be it. But if you think the earth is 6,000 years old, we got root systems from plants that are older than that. We got actual living trees, specimen, over 5,000 years old. So the level of ignorance that you're promoting and having Neftali and putting a battery in her back, I blame you. Because you never stepped to the forefront to get slapped around like you should. High level ignorance. And then you want to be, even if you should be ashamed that a dude with a food handler's license in the park selling hot dogs can dog walk you any day of the week.
Hey,
What does that say about
Qunar,
you?
hey, Qunar, um, hey, county jail rules in effect. FOPE Qunar, you gotta catch the fade. What Uncle said, you know what I'm saying? You was in a chat talking spicy while he was on live. He on the
Nothing new.
main stage. When you on the main stage, you ain't got time to be looking at comments.
Yeah, I ain't busy with your comments. I don't worry with the peanut gallery. But what he won't do, because the link was in the chat, what he won't do is hit that link and come face me. He never do that. Now,
And
you know for a fact, Wade, because you've seen me sitting in my office. You know, you know, you know for a fact that I ain't in no park selling hot dogs.
hey, Uncle said, what threw me off guard was the show wasn't about you or Naphtali wasn't there.
We were giving Dr. Two Sweet her flowers, and we were illustrating the fact that she won. So what does a hurt individual do? Grasp at any possible straw he can hit. So maybe in one of my diatribes or in one of the back chats, I illustrated the fact that I do teach food safety, that I do give out food safety, food certificate and certificates for food handlers. That's part of what I do at my job where I am in charge of health and safety. So I train the staff in food safety. Yes. Why am I able to do that? Because I'm certified. Why did I get certified? Because I have a background in bioanalytical chemistry. In that same job, I manage and make sure that the wastewater management system works perfectly because that's all chemistry. I also ensure that the pool quality is up to standard, and I design and implement the sampling program. The lab reports back to me. Any type of corrective actions will come from my pen. I am in charge of the safety of the drinking water as well. Next to that, I'm trained in managing the safety of the property. So I make sure and ensure that all safety measures are in place. That's a lot of responsibility for a food truck handler. For
It was like 4 months ago when Silky D, I say about 4 months ago, Silky D was like, Uncle said it's just a water inspector. He just checked the water meter. I'm like, bro, I don't think y'all understand. I don't think y'all understand. Y'all are missing. Y'all are missing shit. Uncle said just go around and check the water meter. So when I see last night, when I see this past week, Cornell like, no, Uncle said just got a food license. Like, where you niggas been at? Uncle said just making enemies left and right.
It's all good. Ain't nothing new. I'm a pseudo killer. Go to the territory. I've always said I'm out here hunting pseudos.
Hey, so Cornell, county jail rules in effect. You got to come catch that fade. When Uncle said, Cornell, you trying to take up for a female. You know what I'm saying? You need to come catch that fade. Like, you need to get in front of FOPE. Don't make the woman the face of FOPE. You got to get beat up too.
Shout out to Doc Two Sweet for doing what we refuse to do, right? Like Neftali is challenging everyone to debate and can't get out of a discussion because she doesn't know where to begin or where to end. She confuses the whole conversation, right? Even her diatribe with regards to abiogenesis was completely laughable, right? So they're setting the young lady up, right? And she's out here getting beat up every minute from everybody, left and right, doesn't know what she's talking about, and Kwana won't step the hell up and be a man. Sitting in the chat, throwing your ad homs as if you're impressing anybody with your stupidity. Because when everybody hears that, like Wavy, he's laughing at you because he knows better.
Hey, it's like this. It's like this, gang. It's like this, gang. Check me out, audience. If you a God believer or a Bible believer, and you feel like God is above science, don't put them in the same conversation. You feel me? Because when you proving your God on a daily and discrediting science, you got to understand your kids is going to science class. Whether you like it or not, your kids is going to this class that you disrespecting online.
Preach. If that ain't the truth, nothing is.
Like imagine your kid coming home from school and he made a 67 on his test. You can't help him get no C or D.
Nope.
Cause you don't believe in the shit.
Nope.
So you holding your kid back for real. And imagine this type of bias. Well, I ain't gonna get you no tutor because they don't know what's going on, and science is bullshit. So you gonna just go let your kid fail science class because of your God. Shout out to Uncle Said Birds.
Coco. Yeah, it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs because you hear the ignorance. I mean, the utter ignorance in the whole diatribe. And then the misconflating of science. That's the worst part. You know, if you're ignorant to a subject, you're just ignorant. But when you think that you know what it's about and you're all the way wrong, that's even worse. That's the scary part for me. It's
And
impossible that you're God.
Quinalua, you got a damn. Hey, look, my beard is black. You know what I'm saying? Um, you got a full gray beard. So you sitting up here letting Sister Naphtali fuck up science. You supposed to know better, brother. What you weren't about if Uncle said got a damn food license and you sitting up here letting this lady butcher science. Ain't you got her under your wing? Why you letting her fuck up science? Why you just want to be like, hey, science is science and our God and our religion is this? You
And
know what I'm
he's
saying?
right.
Like one
He
is
never claimed.
academic and one is spooky of a Julu blah blah under the
I,
bed in the closet.
I never claimed to be a scientist in this community. Let that be known. I don't have any published work. I'm not in the research. I do applied science. I apply the science because I'm scientifically literate. I'm educated in the science field. So I apply science. I do applied sciences. But a scientist, again, is those who are publishing papers, who are doing research either in medical facilities or in universities or astrophysics or whatever they're doing. They're doing research. They're adding new information to the body of collective work, right? New, novel information. Those are your scientists in each and every field. I never claimed to be a scientist. Again, I have a simple bachelor's degree. However, I never stopped learning, never stop educating myself, and I've did several different courses and trainings after. I did project management, so I know how to write projects out. I can do project leadership. I'm trained in field epidemiology and basic epidemiology. I did a full year program at the local medical university, an American medical university in immunology, because of my direct association with serology while I was working in the labs itself, wearing a white lab coat every day, and sampling, taking blood from people in phlebotomy, and then serology tests, and the rest of the standard histology and chemical tests that we do with regards to
Hey,
blood.
other said, what happened? What happened when somebody got most to all the accolades, but they don't necessarily get the credit? What happened over time? What do people give them over time? What happened?
Well, based like in our colloquial nomenclature, based on how you articulate yourself in the communities, it's often people get the nickname of doc or professor or something like that. They're elevated within the community. Now it's upon that person to acknowledge every time, like y'all gonna call me a scientist. I need to reiterate every time, no, this is what a scientist does. I appreciate the acknowledgement because of what I do in the community. However, I cannot call myself that.
Hey, nah, hey, this is what I was about to say. This where it gets pseudo it. Cause look, when somebody got all the credentials, they may haven't took a test, but they got all the motherfucking credentials. They got all the body of work. We give them that honorary degree. That's what we do. In this community, when you flapping off at the mouth, goddamn scientific understanding the way Uncle said do, we give you that. We give you that. You a scientist. The same thing with Dr. Reggie. We call Dr. Reggie doctor. The same thing with Silky D. We call Silky D Professor and President. I do over here. What I'm saying is, it will be pseudo if Uncle said go from platform to platform. Nigga, I'm a doctor. Don't tell me nothing. You don't know shit. I'm a doctor. It would
Yeah.
be pseudo if Uncle Reggie would go from platform to platform and say, nigga, I'm a doctor. Nigga, I'm a professor. Don't fucking play with me. They don't do that. They don't do that. So when us as the people chose your ass, when us as the people choose your ass, that's what it's about. The minute you going on saying you something that you not, Ali Muhammad comes to mind. So Uncle said ain't never, it was never, you can't run a clip, nigga. What Uncle said was like, shut the fuck up, I'm a doctor, you don't know what you're talking about. Uncle said don't even get down like that. You're not gonna find one episode where Dr. Reggie is saying, shut the fuck up, I'm a doctor, you don't know what you're talking about. He gonna give you review article on top of review article. I'm in this journal. I'm in this. He ain't gonna never go out of bounds and say he's something he not. So it come us as the people. We give these guys these honorary titles, and that's just how it go.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But to put that on me and then turn around and say I got a food truck license, listen, first of all, if you got a food truck license, that means you're an entrepreneur, you're go get it, you got to get up every day, you got to apply yourself, right? You're preparing and serving food, so that means you have a high sense of responsibility because you don't want to give anybody no bad food because that can affect them adversely, right? So to try and degrade that in and of itself says something about the individual as a human being, right? Because I don't go around discrediting nobody's work. As a matter of fact, I've been telling JJ, yo, JJ, you got a certain level of expertise that you should be talking about in the community, right? Because that is some good stuff you do that. That HVAC stuff is real. You should break that down, talk about it. You don't know which kid is listening, right? Who that may interest because you know that stuff. Talk about the stuff you know. So I don't discredit anything. My father was a plumber. I can do plumbing. I can do welding. The only thing I can't do is mechanic stuff on a car. Well, a few couple of things, right? But I worked in construction. I did all of that because I have a respect for manual labor. So I never ever would cry down anyone that does any type of work. So to sit in the chat and try to discredit me by saying I only have a food truck license, that's fine. But what did I say on that panel that you can dispute? That's what you need to talk about. What do I come up here and lie about, or I'm in error about, or don't bring sources, or the things I say cannot be corroborated? That is where your attention needs to be focused. But you can't focus your attention there because you will sit in the chat and run your yap. But what you never ever gonna do is grow up here and face me. You don't
Hey,
move from now you're on my case. That's even worse. I can guarantee
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Quina, I'm gonna just let you know, you ain't never been over here before. I'm gonna just let you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've been called out for the fade, you know what I'm saying? So you either gonna take the fade or you need to go ahead and pack it up and go to another dorm. So that means you might as well get out the community. Because Uncle said you was talking slick while he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
And once they start taking personal shots, that means you lost. So you know what I'm saying? Calling out his personal life when he never called himself. Hey, look, if I cut grass for one day, do that make me a motherfucking lawn care provider? Do that make me a motherfucking lawn a lawn specialist? If I cut grass for one day, no. But if Uncle Said is in this motherfucking lab doing the same goddamn work that scientists do for years on end, why we gotta act dumb? Nah, fuck all that. You want that white man education to solidify you niggas when you niggas ain't even got it. You niggas got doctors in theology. That's like me having a damn doctorate in Dr. Seuss. Hold up, I got the book. Hold up.
That's a fact. So, Kona, if you think you can do a better job than Neftali did, you can debate me on the same subject any day, anytime. Dr. Zeus expert, do you have got green hams and ham, green eggs and ham time? You the man. Anybody else can, but not like Sam. He's the man with green eggs and ham.
And if Cornard, if you want that 2-on-2, I think Juju could take Naphtali if y'all want that 2-on-2.
Yeah, if you're scared, you can hold her hand because she's accustomed to being in these streets, and we can do a 2-on-2 dance. Whatever you want, Kwana, but stop yapping in the chat. Call me out. Step up to a platform. Put my name in the chat and put the link in. Any day, anytime, any hour. You don't even have to advertise it. Just call my name three times and like the boogeyman, I'ma show up.
Hey, and this why we got to keep it on the information gang. Cause let's say Uncle Said seen that comment that said that Uncle Said only got a food license. And Cornard, let's keep it real. And we know Uncle Said ain't even like this, but you can't tell me how to get my get back. Let's say Uncle Said would have seen that comment and he would have went on pseudo killers and started disrespecting your wife, talking about your wife is this size. Is your wife 3 times the size? Like, let's say Uncle Said went on pseudo killers and started doing that all because you went at him. So I'm saying we got to keep it on the information because the minute it get personal, you can't tell a nigga how to respond. If you try to push me, you can't get mad because you got shot. Should never put your hands on. So let's keep it on the information. Let's keep it on the information. You know what I'm saying? Because it can get ugly in this bitch.
Fortunately, I shoot him up like how I shot James Casella. Take him to the ringer and do a show on your butt and tear you apart. But Kona doesn't even jump on a platform and states a position that you can actually dissect. So you see, when they're cowards to that extent, like I said, use a fleet and I'll scratch you up my balls with my motherfucking paws. Y'all niggas better recognize and see where I'm coming from. It's still SI till I die. YXY. Cause you're rolling with a DOGG. Why? I'm a dog. Fleas just get scratched off my balls. So now you're irrelevant.
Hey, Uncle Said, I think it'll be a good idea, and I don't know if JJ can pull this off. I don't know if Uncle JJ can make this happen, but I think it'll be a good idea for you to kill a dinosaur.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah. Bring out a 30-30 and shoot him right in the head. Pow! How you
Um,
like me now?
Commission, I think it'll be cool to kill a dinosaur in 2025. That's an old dinosaur, Uncle Said.
Yeah, yeah. I'll slap Kona around. But dudes like Commission, man, listen. If you don't understand basic stuff about DNA, who you want to argue with? Here comes electromagnetism.
Hey, Uncle Said, I'm gonna just let you know if Uncle JJ is able to set it up, just know Commission gonna have a spider crawling during the debate. So don't think it's AI. He gonna have a real spider on his face, distracting you. He's gonna be shooting webs at your ass while you talking. So don't get
I
distracted by the
you
spider.
need to go on Sarnetta and watch my conversation with 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 what's his name? Commission. Yeah, pure comedy though. These dudes like they really don't understand that I actually do this, right? So they come with the nonsense like, what? Wait, no, that what? This dude.
I think, hey, look, it's like this. I think Commissioner Depp is a pretty smart brother, and I think it can go a lot of ways depending on the title. But I know for a fact when you get a fishbowl out of that water, when you start getting a spiritual person to talk about science, Uncle Said gonna run laps around you. But I think if the title good, that'll be something that Uncle JJ could pull off, and it'll definitely be big for the community.
I don't argue that Egyptian nonsense. First of all, I don't argue that stuff. So what you gonna argue with me? Science, bro, it don't make no sense. You won't get beat up. But let him bring an interesting title, if he has one. I mean, like, and these guys are boring. They're boring to me. Like Cosmon was there, electromagnetism. I asked Cosmon one simple question. If you're making this claim, what is your theological premise? What God are you representing? What are the premises and the ontological nature of your God? That boy didn't understand the question. He just rattled off some contingent stuff like, bro, are you making God contingent? How does that make sense, bro? All these arguments are wild.
All right, Hecker Ross say Cedric, what's up with you and Cosmic Chris debate?
And which debate with Cosmic Chris? I just came on there, just did a quick 8 slide presentation proving the whole argument is nonsense. There ain't no debate. Get me a real topic. Shout out to Doc Too Sweet. We got a debate coming up pretty soon. Astronomy and astrology. Were they ever once one and the same?
I think I kind of, well, piece of the panel, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
She boy and New Cacarella, Rihanna Rub Brown, Harube, Near Monte the first, Naga representative. You know how the fuck we get down. You know who it
Naga
is.
in this bitch.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got us light as electromagnetism all day. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I just came on here because I wanted to extend that olive branch to brother Cosmic Chris. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where yet, but we heard him. We heard his message, and we want him to come holler at Naga. So if he out there, come holler at us. But as far as like your presentation though, that's your perspective and that's your opinion, and you're entitled to that. You know what I'm saying? But you are a non-believer, so I mean, I don't really understand how a non-believer can formulate what God is to individual people who have their own beliefs in God. I mean,
Exactly.
as we went through
So you're admitting that what you
as we went
believe
through
is you can
history,
make it up.
one of the main things that caused rifts and dissension in our society was religious tolerance. Are you suggesting that we should have a intolerance to other people's belief systems because it doesn't correlate with your methodology or your particular way of thinking? Is that what you're
You
saying?
you can believe what you want. Who cares what you believe? It's what you can demonstrate. And the moment you make an argument that pertains to reality, I'm going to evaluate your argument and I dismiss it like with 8 simple slides. Believe what you want. I don't care. Who?
Right.
Why would I be interested in trying to control what you believe? What
Okay.
you believe may has no relevance to reality. It is just your
Okay.
belief. You want to entertain yourself with that. Why would I be bothered in trying to have you not have your belief? First of all, that is fundamentally impossible. You cannot control someone's thoughts, their ideas, and their opinions. However, if you make a claim which you consistently do. You bring it out in these streets as a position that you're standing on, and then it's obviously going to get a response. And that response is going to be based on philosophical premises, it's going to be based on methodological
Well, that's
premises,
interesting that you
and,
say that.
and then you evaluate the value of the claim that you're
Well,
making.
that's interesting that you say that because while you're saying, "Oh, it's supposed to be on the philosophical, this, that, and the other," well, when we talk about God, that is philosophy. That is philosophy and theology, and it belongs in that realm. So when you try to dictate to other people how to view that or how to sensationalize that, for example, you just said it doesn't make any difference in reality. Yes, it does because
No, it don't.
hold on, listen.
You admitted it's your
Hold on, brother.
belief.
I'm gonna
And
land my
once
plane.
it's your belief,
I'm not gonna
if
be
there
long.
is no empirical
I'm not gonna
evidence
be
to
long. You don't
support
gotta
it,
overtalk me,
it,
bro.
doesn't have no bearing
I'm not.
on
I'm not
reality.
gonna be long. You ain't gotta overtalk me. So all I'm saying is when we say God is light and light is electromagnetism, we're saying that we define God by power and force, right? And we know that God is power and force because here's the evidence: electromagnetism. Look at all these things that it does. When we talk about God, we we when we talk about God, we are describing the same effects that electromagnetism is happening in real time, in real reality. You know what I'm saying? So when we want to understand the nature of God and understand God, you have to study electromagnetism. So we're not telling you to worship anything. Nobody's telling you to worship anything. We're saying for you to get an understanding.
Okay, stop right there. So now, from the moment you say for me to get an understanding, that is the moment where I get to tell you, no, I don't. First of all, you're doing post hoc rationalization. You're using modern understanding to equate to a ancient philosophical concept, and a philosophical concept for which we know is purely metaphysical, because there is no empirical, no ontological, no empirical evidence to support those metaphysical claims. Now, so what you're doing is post hoc rationalization at best, is shoehorning at worst. Number two, and from the moment you say no, you're talking about ontology. And then even in a philosophical sense, you're wrong, because you're making a metaphysical claim about things outside of reality. You're proposing a God. And from the moment you say, I need to know, as in the person you're speaking to, that's where you get my full authority to rebut that claim. First of all, and the moment you talk about electromagnetism, you're interjecting yourself into the realm of methodological naturalism. And there is where we weigh the value of the claim. Methodological naturalism makes no claim for and of a God.
What point did I
it brings you back? It brings us back to the theological position. And since this is your made-up theological position,
at what point did I conflate theology and science? Can you explain to us where did you hear me conflate the theology and the science?
Open your Bible and find.
I didn't say. I never mentioned the Bible. I never mentioned the Bible, bro.
Text.
I never mentioned the Bible.
Open any theological text.
That's strong, man. I never mentioned the Bible.
So
so why are you talking about
that statement?
I asked you.
So now I'm correcting that statement.
I asked you to show me where I
conflated
science and theology.
Show me a theological
and everything that I just said to you.
Show me a theological premise where electromagnetism is discussed. It is only within the realm of methodological naturalism and science do we speak of electromagnetism. You're crossing over. From the moment you mention electromagnetism, you're interjecting a natural phenomena which we observe and understand through science. So now you're shoehorning and you're post-hoc rationalization.
About electromagnetism in the same reference that we speak about God. For
show
example,
me in any theological document do you find the word electromagnetism.
I just explained.
You didn't explain anything. Since you're saying the word electromagnetism only exists because of methodological naturalism and science. And when you use electromagnetism,
what does that mean?
you cannot shoehorn your God into it. It's now you're moving the goalpost. I'm staying right here. From the moment you mention electromagnetism,
what about it? What about it?
It's not found in any theological document.
Why would I?
Whatsoever. So you're making a science. You're using a scientific term. You're using a scientific term to make a theological point.
I never said that.
Methodologically
I never made that claim.
I don't care what you're saying. That's what you're doing.
If you don't care what I say, then why
that is what you are doing. You don't understand what you're doing.
I never mentioned it.
So the fact that you don't understand what you're doing makes it even more irrelevant that we're having the discussion. You are ignorant to the category errors you're making. First, both in discipline and in reasoning. I understand what you're saying. I'm telling you, you're
only way to experience reality. You understand what I'm saying? These type of people.
I'm going to slow it down for you. When you use words like electromagnetism, you are talking about science. So you cannot use science to
and a lie. You know what I'm
quantify
saying?
your God,
That's the
because science makes no claim
difference in
for or
mentality.
against
You
a
know what I'm
God.
saying? Because
So when you
I
do
never
that
once
stupid
mentioned
shit, you sound
electromagnetism
ignorant. You're
in the
using
same
science to
reference
establish your
with
own
theological things.
idea
I never
of a
said that. I never
theological,
did that one time.
your
And y'all
own
just saying
theological philosophy.
just
And it's
coming
utter
out of
nonsense.
thin air
And
in
it's
order
utter
to make a
nonsense.
stance
No,
or a
nobody's
defense for
making that
himself
position.
because
So
he
now
knows
you
that
don't
he
even
cannot
understand
defend
your
against a
metaphysical
person
claim
when they
cannot be
God is rooted
substantiated
in
by
power and
science. So
force.
from the
Real
moment you
power
try
and
to
force.
use
We're
science,
talking
from the
about real
moment you
power and
try to
force,
use
real
science
charge,
to establish
something
your
that you can
theological
measure.
claim,
And
you're making a
you can
category error
measure that,
and you
and
sound
because that's
ignorant, because
something
there's no
real, this
theological
man is
claim. There
afraid.
is no
What y'all hearing
theology
right
in
now
which
is the
God
sound of
is a
fear.
contingent
Listen to him.
agent. So
Listen to
that's
him.
where the
This is the
conversation
sound of
ends.
fear.
Now you
You
can
see,
speak all
what
you
I'm
want.
saying? Listen.
No. Again, you simply don't understand. You're making a category error. There no theological
Told
aspect
you,
because the
fear.
word.
That's what
So
that's
when I
what the
stay
sound of
quiet, you
fear
stay
is.
quiet. And so when I speak, you speak. So does that make sense? So again, if you don't interrupt me this time, you can have the floor after. You're making a category error. You're making a theological claim. Well, first one that you arbitrarily make up, right? Because it falls within no category of theology. You're making God a contingent and not putting God outside of space-time, which is every theological premise. You're making him contingent, subject to, irrelevant of what it supposedly controls, and everybody understands electromagnetism is fundamental. It's one of the four fundamental forces because it interacts and needs all the other four to function coherently. So to make God contingent is against all theological bases, all theology that premises that exist. You're making your own theological definition of God, which you're entitled to do, but it doesn't stand within any formal theological premise.
Right. So
Number two,
basically, so
shut up.
basically, what you
Shut up.
saying?
Number two, you're making a fundamental
So
category
basically,
error
what you
because
saying
you're
is,
shoehorning,
I'm wrong
your
because I'm
religious
not hopping
concept
on the
within
bandwagon.
science. And
We're
again,
not hopping on the bandwagon. We're not following the wide
Hey,
path.
and
hey,
you're
hey,
making
Uncle
So
Larrell,
I
he
must
said
be wrong.
he gonna let you speak after he done,
And
Uncle Larrell.
you're shoehorning because you're using science to quantify your God, again, crossing two fundamental different disciplines by making a fundamental logical fallacy. You're shoehorning and you're doing post hoc rationalization. Since science has established and understand what electromagnetism is, now you're post hoc putting it back into the past saying, see, this is God. No. So again, you can make it up all you want, but there's absolutely no field of thought, no discipline whatsoever where that statement holds any validity. You just full of shit.
You
But I
done?
need to know. From the moment you say I need to know, you get that rebuttal. You can believe what you want. I
Are
believe
you
a
done?
flat.
You're not done. Okay. Are you
You
done?
gotta
Okay. So again, like I said, what up with you, Gula? Cuz peace, God.
What you say, Unc?
What's up with him, man?
What's
Shit,
up with it?
chilling, man. Up on here, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I'm saying, flex the skis and shit real quick. But like for real, like so, this is my whole thing. Y'all got to listen to what he's saying. First of all, after all of that ranting and raving, what did y'all learn? Not a damn thing. You don't even know what the hell we talking about. You know what I'm saying? What he just said went all over y'all head. You don't know what the fuck he just said. And I bet you it sounded real fucking sharp, didn't it? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, at the end of
Don't
the
go over
day,
my head. I mean, I totally understand. I mean,
well,
I
this is
totally
what I'm
understand.
saying. And right in the middle of what I'm saying, he just turned what I said into something that it's not, right? I said God is light, and light is electromagnetism, right? Those are two different statements. God is light, that's theology, right? But light is also something that is shared in physical science. So I'm not conflating the two.
I can't say that's God because you got God. That's not even.
I
That's not
didn't
even
say
theory of God of the
I
gaps. Like
didn't say listen.
that's not even a hit. That's not even a Higgs boson particle. Like that's just the
No,
electromagnetism is only a force that connects atoms and particles together. Like
no,
you can't just call it God. God
brother,
is a
you didn't,
damn a thought
you
that
just
the
cut me off.
motherfucking human created.
You didn't even let me finish.
Matter of fact, that they come out of something come out of a particular culture. That comes out of Scandinavian Viking culture. God is motherfucking Odin. It come out of fucking the pantheon of fucking Vikings and shit. And Norsemen.
So again, when you talk about God, we're talking about the thing that controls reality, the thing that controls nature. We're talking about the most. We're
None
talking
control
about
with the laws of physics, man.
damn.
All right, hold up, Gullah. Let him get it out. Hold up, Gullah. My bad, Uncle Real.
So again, when we talk about God, we're talking. You got to measure God in power and force. We're talking about power and force. Our God is rooted in power and force. When you talk about God, our concept of God is rooted in power and force. When we see God as light, we understand God as light because it is a human tradition. This is human tradition. Okay, in 2025, we understand that light is electromagnetism. So if you want to understand God, you have to study electromagnetism in order to understand the nature of God, because they're telling you that God is light. Now, they tell you God is a whole bunch of other things. I can't show you how God is manifested in those things. But when it comes to light, I can show you that God is omnipresent. Light is omnipresent. I can show you that light is omnipotent. God is omnipotent. I can show you that electromagnetism is omnipotent. I can show you know what I'm saying. I can show you the same. I can show you the same,
Share my
brother.
screen, baby.
I can show you the same attributes
Share my
being
screen,
shown
baby.
between God and between electromagnetism.
Damn
And
it.
so in the genesis of humanity, when we started coming up with the concept of God,
Right.
God was always associated with the physical phenomenon, the sun, the moon, the stars. That's where the concept of God is actually coming from. It was theologians and scribes and the elitists who changed God into some anthropomorphic form of man. You see what I'm saying? So most of these religions are actually worshiping man. They're not actually worshiping God in the form of power and force. You see what I'm saying? Because if they was, then they would acknowledge that electromagnetism is the
So this
strongest
gallop,
force
this
known
gallop is
in
necessary,
reality, and
filled
it's
with
literally holding
conspiracy
reality
theories.
together as we know it.
All right, so share my screen, Wavy. So now we
But
just got a gish gallop
why can't
filled
just
with
be what it is?
conspiracy
Why can't I
theories.
gotta call it God? Right? Why just can't be
Filled with,
electromagnetism? It is what it is.
exactly.
I gotta be
Filled with
something religious.
So tell me when my screen is sharing,
Because
Wavy.
I
the
don't see your screen, Uncle said.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer your question, brother. It's
Okay.
because we were looking for that one thing that can that could bridge the gap between the owl, right? Between
Now it's
atheism,
sharing.
and between spirituality, between atheism
He's just rambling right now. He's
you know
just
what I'm saying?
rambling right now.
And we
He's
found out
making
that
this
when it
all
comes
up.
to the subject of light, God and electromagnetism, God being light and electromagnetism being the ruler of the universe, being the controller and the creator of the universe,
Well, let me
coincides.
share my screen. So let's do a critical analysis, right? Visually to dispel the nonsense because after you debunk him and prove what I'm saying, he doesn't address the points I'm making. He goes back and reiterates his rhetoric as if saying it a second time makes it more quantifiable without addressing the
Ain't
fact
that
that
what
I'm
you're
still
doing by showing this? Ain't that what you're
please
doing right now?
stop,
Showing us again like we didn't
stop.
watch this the first
I'm,
time?
res- I'm responding to you. The assertion that
That's
electromagnetism is the closest thing to God may initially strike the listener as profound or poetic. However, upon philosophical and scientific scrutiny, this statement reveals multiple conceptual confusions and categorical
Right,
errors.
right. You just said that.
Stop.
You just said that
Stop. So
10
now I'm
minutes
going to
ago.
demonstrate. I'm going to
You just said that shit 10
I am
minutes
going
ago.
to
It was damn
demonstrate.
near word for word. It was damn near word for word. You
Can
telling
you
us
shut
over
up?
again?
Can
Now,
you
why you
shut
gonna
up?
tell us again
Can you
repetitively
shut
over
up?
and over
Can
again?
you
All right,
shut up?
Uncle Real. Let him
I'm just saying, he just complained
So
about
now you're going to
me
see
giving the
point for
rhetoric
point
over
with what you
me
need.
giving the
You're
rhetoric
going
over
to
again.
see
Then he
point
gonna
for
sit here
point what you
and
need
then
to
tell us
respond to.
word
Can
for
you
word, damn
shut
near
up?
word for word.
Can you
This
shut
same
up?
shit that we
Can
saying
you
in
shut
other rooms.
up?
He telling you word for word.
Uncle Real.
Oh,
As
Christ.
if that's not a repetitive attempt. I'm just calling out the bias.
So
I'm gonna let you rebut.
Yes, and that's what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to rebut these points. This essay dissects the claim from the perspective of ontology, epistemology, theology, and physics, demonstrating its inadequacy as either a literal assertion or a coherent metaphor. So even if he's making it up, it's incoherent. Let's go. You're gonna have to answer these points. The statement conflates two fundamentally distinct ontological categories: physical phenomena and metaphysical concepts. You're conflating the two. Electromagnetism is a fundamental physical force described within the standard model of particle physics, governed by Maxwell's equations and quantum electrodynamics. It operates within the universe, bound by space-time constraints. It's contingent. Conversely, in classical theism, God is defined as a necessary, immaterial, and transcendent being, which he just attempted to re-establish again. He just talked about Noah, God is this, and then went to all these attributes that put God outside of space-time. Stop.
Also lies.
Conversely, in classical theism, God is defined as a necessary, immaterial, and transcendent being, existing outside the physical universe. Applying characteristics of divine ontology to a natural force represents a classic category mistake, as first articulated by Gilbert Ryle in The Concept of Mind, 1949. Ryle's philosophical insights warns against the fallacy of treating a member of one category as if it belongs to another, such as asking what color justice is, or in this case, calling a physical force divine. You can't do that. That's your first fundamental flaw. Even if you want to make it up, you're still talking about a God as if it's a divine entity. And then you are making a category error because you're confusing ontology, right? You're confusing physical phenomena with metaphysical concepts. Ontologically flawed. Two distinct concepts. You can't do what you're trying to do. Number one, the characterization of electromagnetism as defined often involves a subtle projection of intention, like you just mentioned. Well, electromagnetism is omniscient. Huh? Omniscient? What the hell does it know? You attribute will or consciousness onto a fundamentally unconscious phenomena. Electromagnetism interacts while elegant and life-enabling, not untheological. They do not act with purpose or awareness. Again, you just mentioned that electromagnetism, just like God, is omniscient. No. How are you describing will and consciousness to a fundamentally unconscious phenomena? It's non-theological. Daniel Dennett in 1987 outlines how humans apply the intentional stance to systems that show complex behavior, leading to anthropomorphism. In this case, the projection elevates an impersonal physical force to the status of a personal deity. God, well, electromagnetism has intent. God has intent. You just said it. This is not merely poetic extravagation, but a philosophical message when taken literally.
All right, man,
You just did it.
let me rebut this bullshit. Because
Wait, I'm not done.
look, this ain't a debate, bro. This is a conversation. This is a conversation.
So I
Man, you
got
sound
some
like
more.
Ford.
I
You
got
sound like
some more.
Ford.
Deal with the first two.
Let me chop and screw. Let me chop and screw
the first two.
Fuck up. Look, take this shit down real quick, baby. Let me.
All right, hold up, Uncle said. Hold up, Uncle said.
Yeah, like this ain't no debate. Like what you think finna get 10 minutes straight? Like what the fuck? Okay, so let me go ahead and show you how what he's saying is bullshit. In the second paragraph of what he read, it said conversely in classical theism. What's that? Classical theism. Am I talking about classical theism, or is he talking about classical theism? I ain't said shit about classical theism. God is light, light is electromagnetism. Nothing about it is classical theism. Is it? Admit it. It's not classical theism. So unless we're talking about classical theism, that means this shit don't apply to us. This ain't what we talking about.
Exactly as I said, you are making your own theology up, so you are allowed to make your bullshit up. But admit you're making your bullshit up.
Don't let the rebuttals choke you up. Don't make the rebuttals make you look silly, because that's what's happening right now.
Really.
That's what's happening right now.
No, not really.
So I don't do classical theism, right? So why don't you explain?
You don't do classical theism, but you just attributed every classical assertion of theism to your God. Didn't you just say God was omniscient? Didn't you say God was omnipotent? Didn't you say electromagnetism had all the attributes to the classical concept of God? Didn't you just assert? Didn't you just assert all the classical attributes of theism to your God?
Hey, nah, bro.
To electromagnetism. Didn't you claim that electromagnetism? Didn't you claim that electromagnetism is omniscient? Didn't you just claim electromagnetism is omniscient? Didn't you claim that electromagnetism is omnipotent?
That's where his fallacy comes in.
Didn't you use every classical theological premise to establish the link between electromagnetism and God?
By assuming that we're talking about classical theism. That's where he fucking up at, right there. So let's find out exactly what classical theism is. Classical theism is the traditional concept of God. Is God is light, light is electromagnetism, the classic concept of God? Fuck no.
Yes.
Okay, let's go back.
Yes,
no,
it is.
Not.
You just attribute all the classical elements to electromagnetism, equating it to the classical concept of God. You just equated the two. You did. You did.
Is God light? They're going to tell you no, God created light. They're going to tell you God created light. That's if you ask any Christian, that's what they're going to tell you, bro.
Ask any Christian if God is omniscient.
If you
ask any Christian if God is omniscient. Ask them if God is omniscient. Ask them if God is omniscient. Ask them if God is the light of the world. Ask a Christian.
You can call up JJ right now. You can call up any Christian right now. Ask them if God is like, look, click. Hey, wait. Let's call a friend. Call a friend right now. Call a friend that you know a Christian. Ask the nigga, is God like physical light, and see what the nigga say.
All right, hold up, Uncle Lorel, we heard you. Hold up. Uncle said about to ask you a question. All right, Uncle said you asked him.
I want this nigga to admit that I'm not talking about no classical goddamn theism.
Okay.
So if you play the tape
you see what I'm saying? Because he want to trip y'all up with all of these fancy ass motherfucking words, knowing goddamn well this shit new. He know this shit new. He know it's new. So why he gonna sit here and act like it's classical? This ain't Christianity. We don't see. We don't talk about no Holy Spirit, nigga. What is you talking about? The closest thing you ever heard us say is God. You heard us say God. When you heard use the title God. And because we use the title God, you automatically address that to Christianity, Judaism, and Islam because you are used to dealing with fanatics and you have become a fanatic yourself.
All right, hold on real quick. Hey, hold on real quick. Uncle said
It's
God is like.
Do you remember the question?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the question because I'm gonna state exactly what he did. First, you said God is light, and then you said light is electromagnetism. Then you said electromagnetism is omnipotent, omniscient, and benevolent. You gave God is light, which the Bible says.
I
God
never
is
used the word benevolent, not
stop!
one time.
Stop!
I never stop putting words in my mouth. Stop lying, nigga. You too old for that shit. I never used the word benevolent, nigga. I never used the word benevolent.
So let me know when you're done.
See, that's that sly trickery shit, right? Because he know the word benevolent is rooted in motherfucking theology. So you can't try that slick shit with a motherfucking player, nigga.
So let me know.
You can't try that slick shit with me, bro.
Oh, you done great.
I never used the word benevolent, nigga.
You use the word omniscient. You use the word. You use the word God is light. You use the word God is omniscient. And you use the word. And you use the word.
Uncle Laurel, he asking you a question. So just wait, and then you gonna answer. Just relax, man.
And you use the word. You use the word omniscient and you use the word omnipotent. And I caught you because I did benevolent for spite because I know you were going to double down. So now you can't say that you didn't use the other three of the four, which is classical theology. So when you made the claim and you put those attributes to God is light because God has these attributes, you're equating God to the classical theological God. Done. You can't deny it. Don't run from it. So now you need to answer the fact that you're making a category error. And you can't do it.
Again, like I said, I just explained it again. That's not what we were doing. There is no category error. The category error comes from the fanatic. It's the one who conflates the two. Just like you did when you ran down those attributes, you had to do a slick sly hand and throw in benevolent, even though you know I never said that. And you know the word, you know the word connotation deal with
you're using majority of the majority of the assertion you're using within classical theology. Thank you. Thank you. So we use it. So you're admitting to using classical theology.
Let him finish.
When it comes to all of the world's religion, not just classical ones, all of them, all of the traditional religions and spiritual systems, not just the ones that the white man want to point out as the classical ones in his opinion. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't do the Eurasian scholarship or Eurasian.
Why gotta be a racial thing though? Like why?
Because deep down inside, that's what it really all stems back to. Like
nah, bro.
I mean, that's what it always be in the end when it comes down to it. Because why would you try to subjugate us to classical thought form? Why would you try
what is that? What is classical? It's all the same, bro. Like you just made that up. You made up some whole new term.
Well, I'm talking about classical theism. Okay, so this is what it said. This was in his own body of work. This is what it said. It said conversely in classical theism. So he's using this bullshit as a motherfucking shield, as some shit to attack us as if we are practicing classical theism when we talk about God is light is electromagnetism, even though he knows that we didn't say it time and time again. This comes from the collective of humanity, not just Christianity.
But it's no different than any other creationism idea, though. That's creationism.
So that means that anytime anyone try to use any attribute. Hold on.
The word classical means in the conventional sense.
I'm trying to land my plane, right? So anytime anybody try to use any attributes, right? I'm trying to describe to y'all what God is to me, what God is to us. with this language that we're using, right? And he's trying to encapsulate these words and try to use these words as a trap. It's not a trap. When you talk about electric currents and magnetic currents permeating the entire universe, that's omnipresent. That's omnipotent, all powerful. That's what we're talking about. When you talk about having the capacity to know all things, that's what electromagnetism is. That's what electric charge is. It holds.
What does it know? So it's conscious.
So hold on, I'm not done, bro. I know this shit hurt. I know this shit hurt because you thought we were talking about class. You thought we were talking about classical.
So now, how do you attribute?
You thought we were talking about classical theism, and we're not talking about classical theism. Is it similar? Does it sound familiar? Yes, it does.
How do you attribute awareness
all of our tradition? Stemming from Amun Ra. Amun Ra ain't classical theism, is it? You're not gonna say Amun Ra is I-10? What about I-10? Is that classical fucking theism too?
Yes, it's classical.
It's classical. That shit old as fuck. That shit old as fuck, bro. That's like older. That's older than classical, bro. You tripping?
No, it's not.
You tripping, bro? You tripping, dog?
When you speak into a dummy, it's hard. So again, let me ask you this. How do you attribute awareness to electromagnetism? You just made electromagnetism.
Has nothing to do with nothing traditional, so now,
bro. Can you want to dialogue?
Which traditional system outside of the
question?
Hold on. Let me say something, bro. I ain't said nothing. I ain't said nothing all time, bro. This motherfucker's barking, dog. Come on, let me say something. I would say shit, Amun Ra shit, that's older than fucking Abrahamic shit. It's no different than any other fucking religion, bro. This is another theology, bro. This is older.
I know that, but I'm saying he's trying to encapsulate the entire concept of God into classical theism, right? When we're not talking about classical theism, we're talking about something that is much, much broader than that. You see what I'm saying? You can't encapsulate God as light because the concept of God can't be described by one person in one culture, which is the reason why we have to bring all of those cultures together to get the understanding, right? So when we talk about God, we understand that the concept of God comes from our ancestors studying natural phenomena.
But the concept of God don't come from them older cultures. The concept of God comes from Germanic tribes, bro.
That's the language. See, and that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna throw away the word God, you might as well throw away the entire language that we're using. But this is the language that we use. So when we say God, you know that we're not talking about no fucking Scandinavian shit. You know that.
I do, because we're speaking a Scandinavian language, speaking English. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Just say a deity. I just use the term deity, dog.
So you saying that because we're not saying water in an African language that it must not be water that we drinking? Is that the same logic?
Nah, that ain't what I'm talking about.
What about fire? Fire in another language must not be fire because it's like
you're running away from the conversation with asking stupid questions. You just attributed awareness to electromagnetism. Explain.
Uncle Larrell, hold up, Uncle Larrell. Go ahead,
Explain how you attribute awareness to electromagnetism.
I ain't heard the question, man. I was zoned out, man.
How do you attribute awareness, consciousness, intent to electromagnetism?
Because electric charge is self-organizing. It's self-organizing and self-repairing.
These forces react.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? I guess you wouldn't expect that shit.
No, because you're making a bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Where you wouldn't expect that shit.
You're attributing agency to a natural reaction.
Hold on. Everybody, hold on. Uncle Larrell. Listen, you gave your answer. Now he about to continue the conversation. You ain't gotta talk over him.
I know I'm mute out, cuz.
Nah, just stand on your words, and y'all gonna have a conversation.
Reaction based on the four fundamental forces, which is a reaction, and there is no intent involved. So now, this is the level of conversation we are having. So you don't understand how the four fundamental forces actually work. So you attribute agency to reactions that happen based on the other three forces that have an effect on electromagnetism itself. Like now, the conversation has gone into a completely other direction. So you're making philosophically unfounded statements, and scientifically you're ungrounded. Again, every attribute that you attribute to a God is in the classical sense. And when you say the classical sense, classical theology, it is the full body of thought which surrounds a deity that has agency over existence. Because you're using the term God. So you're not referring to animism. You're not referring to ancestor worship. You're affirming,
I already said we referring to power and force, bro.
Agency.
I already stated that shit.
Can I finish up? You know what?
I know. I thought you was supposed to answer the question.
You know what? 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 You know what?
I'm just saying.
You can have it. It doesn't even make sense. You're absolutely right. But don't try to convince nobody of your nonsense. So when I'm on the panel, don't talk about electromagnetism because you do not have the discipline to engage in a conversation without making me lose my shit. So you know what? Have it, Lorel.
Yeah, it sound like Phil Valentine or something, bro. Like some
From today
metaphysical shit or something.
I'm gonna put you in the box of Silky. Don't tell me nothing. Don't ask me nothing ever again. Use Silky for me now.
Right,
Yeah, I'm done with Silky too. You can't have no conversation with Silky. It's like no point because he ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna digest the information. It's like a fucking peanut, you know.
that must have made him feel good. But like I said, anyway, like it'll take a fanatic to sit there and conflate the two. When we keep saying that this is a bridge between the two, this is where spirituality and physics converge at. We're not saying that. We're not trying to tell you that this is a scientific fucking theory. We're not telling you that this is God is light, light is electromagnetism, a scientific theory, and you ought to plan your next fucking terraforming event because of that's not what the fuck we're saying. We're not saying, oh, because God is light, light is electromagnetism, you need to praise electric poles. We're not saying that shit. It'll take a fanatic to do that, and that's exactly what y'all doing. That's every time we say it, because we keep stating.
So now the straw man
God is light is electric. I thought you said you ain't got no more spit for
shut the fuck up, you idiot! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna crash out on your dumb ass now. First of all, nobody is making those outlandish fucking claims you're making, you dumb motherfucker. What I'm saying, you stupid bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm about to crash off on your ignorant ass. You dumb fucking nigga. You dumb nigga. You're just a dumb ass nigga. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna crash off on your stupid ass now. First of all, nobody's making those fucking outlandish claims. I'm saying you're philosophically ungrounded because you sound like a dumb, ignorant nigga. You're trying to fucking refuse to feel the thought, which you can't refuse. I'm asking you, I'm telling you, you're making category error, and you're doubling down on it, so you're doubling down on how fucking dumb you want to be. So you can kiss my black ass, you stupid fucking nigga. But don't say nothing about what I'm saying. Just preach your dumb shit and don't talk about what I'm saying. Because I'm here, I'll stand on what the fuck I'm saying, you dumb, ignorant son of a bitch. You stupid, dumb fuck. You're a dumb ass motherfucker. Get the fuck out the panel. You stupid, dumb ass. You're a dumb ass. You're a dumb ass fucking nigga. You're so dumb, the words I'm using going over your head. So now, this is the way I got to talk to you.
Hey, hold on, let me ask you a question.
Get the fuck off the panel, you stupid motherfucker. Dumb ass fucking nigga. You wanted me to crash out on your stupid ass, so now I'm gonna crash out on your fucking ass. I ain't stop talking. You gonna get the fuck out of this panel because I could do this all fucking night. I could talk all fucking night. You ain't gonna sell word over me. Fucking nigga mad,
Hey, I'm gonna unmute y'all mic after I ask this question. I'm gonna unmute y'all mic. Let me just ask Uncle Said. I got a question for you. Everybody relax. Uncle Said, this is my question. I see this PowerPoint right here. It's about God is light, light is electromagnetism. Uncle Said, who is you doing this PowerPoint? Or who made you? Who
These ignorant, dumb motherfuckers running around the community making this claim over and over. Every fucking back chat they jump on, they come with this same dumb shit while nobody is listening to them. It's completely fucking dismissed. So I said, you know what? Let me put a fucking coherent piece of argumentation together, put in front of these dumb motherfuckers, but this idiot too dumb to understand that he can't do what the fuck he's doing. It's right there in front of his face, philosophically unfucking sounded, because you're making a fundamental category error, you dumb ignorant nigga, and then you turn around and double down and say that's exactly what you're trying to do. How fucking dumb can one idiot fucking be?
That nigga hella bad. Super bad, bro. Let me get up in that soul, nigga. I'm in that head. That's called free rental space right there, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Free rental space. That's hey, if y'all looking for free rental space, I can show you how to get that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? 365 days a motherfucking year, nigga. Free rental space in this nigga head. But yeah, he hella angry, as y'all see. Y'all can hear it in his voice, like he's screaming and yelling at y'all, like y'all put y'all hand in the cookie jar or something. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to include everybody in the garage. You're getting. Look at you. You's a real fucking bandwagon nigga. I'm talking to Laurel, the dumb bitch who's on this panel. I'm not talking to y'all. Which y'all I'm talking to? You think you got a bandwagon, you dumbass? You just need to include people.
I got my hand. Hey, Uncle said, don't shoot me, cuz. Don't shoot me, man. I'm unarmed.
A bullet on a dumb fuck like you.
I'm unarmed. Don't shoot me.
Why would I waste a bullet on a dumb fuck like you? Why would I waste a bullet on a dumb fuck like you?
Sound hella hostile, man. I mean, I'm
hostile. You wanted the energy, now you got it. Because you're seeing how dumb you are in real time.
Hey, look, let's do it like this. Hey, let's do it like this. If y'all cool, hold on real quick. Let's do it like this. If y'all cool with it. Let's let Uncle Sid break down his slides one by one, and then.
Oh man, that's a whole debate, man. I don't got time for that right now, man.
Fucking slides. I'm gonna do my presentation.
You know what I'm sitting here drinking and smoking, man.
You're gonna shut the fuck up, and I'm gonna do the 8-slide presentation.
All right, hold on. Everybody relax. Uncle Laurel, he say he only got 8 slides, and after every slide, you can rebut.
Yeah, this nigga got 8 slides, but he talked 10 minutes for each one.
I'm gonna do.
Like, what the fuck? We can't read that shit, nigga. I read fast, nigga. I read that shit. I'm done in like 30 seconds. You still be fucking
Gitch Gallop. You don't have no fucking mental discipline.
You're so fucking
stupid. You can't even listen. You can't even listen to a coherent argument. Dumbass bitch.
If I just pointed out to you that this nigga is talking about classical theism, and I'm not talking about classical theism. And we gonna sit here and let this nigga get 8 slides of you talking about me about classical theism. I'm not talking about classical theism. It's a strawman argument.
It hurt so bad you couldn't take it.
Bro. And he don't
say it. It's an argument, you dumb bitch. Shut the fuck up. Let me continue. Crazy, mute his mic. Let me do my fucking slide.
Uncle Laurel, after every slide, I'm gonna let you speak. He's not gonna spend 10 minutes on one slide.
Go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna mute out.
Yeah, mute out.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna breeze through these. It's 3 slides. The last one ain't got shit on it. The characterization.
He got 4 slides left.
The characterization of electromagnetism as divine often involves a subtle projection of intent, will, and consciousness onto a fundamentally unconscious phenomena. This fool just tried to tell you that electromagnetism has intent, dumbass. Electromagnetic interaction, while elegant and life-enabling, is non-theological. They do not act with purpose or in awareness, you dumbass. Dennett, 1987, outlines how humans apply intentional stances to systems that show complex behavior because their minds are so fucking light, leading to anthropomorphism. In this case, the projection elevates an impersonal physical force to the status of a personal deity. This is not merely poetic extravagation, but philosophical misstep when taken literally, you dumbass. You just dumb.
All right, hold on, Uncle Sid.
That went over his head. He can't rebut that shit.
Hold on, Uncle Sid, put the slide back up.
Oh, but I can. All
right, go ahead, Uncle Laurel.
So right here, it says the characterization of electromagnetism is divine, often involves the subtle projection of intent and will or consciousness.
Which you just admitted to.
Brother, can I rebut you, bro? Okay,
didn't you just say electromagnetism has intent? Didn't you just say that?
Bro,
didn't you just say that?
Bro.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Okay, bro.
Yes or no?
Bro,
yes
can you
or
be
no?
quiet? Can you be
yes
quiet?
Or no? Didn't
can
you
be
just
quiet?
say that electromagnetism has intent? Yes or no?
Bro, yes. I said
That's
yeah.
a yes or no question. Yes or no?
Yes, there is intelligence in electromagnetism.
Uncle said he gon' we got it's on camera. It's on.
So he just said yes. He just said yes. It
okay,
has.
So again, just be quiet. Mute out. Okay, again. So you see right here where it says the characterization of electromagnetism as divine, right? If you go look up the definition of divine and go look up the Proto-Indo-European root of the word divine, which is
that's bullshit,
bro. Again, you heard him. He hurt. The shit hurts.
Admitted to will and consciousness. He just admitted.
I know.
Sean Carroll, the big picture.
But if you just let me finish cutting, I can get your whole head off. Bro, I can get your whole head off.
You're not answering the fucking question. You're not answering the question.
The longer it's going to
we need a source. We need a source.
I ain't gonna let none of y'all talk for 10 minutes at a time. So Uncle said, just let him finish, and then you know what's
answering the question. Now he's gonna go off on some fucking.
Uncle said, let him rebut you.
He's not rebutting, baby.
Uncle said, if he agreeing with you, then just let it ride. Go ahead, Uncle Lareal.
She heard bad. So, okay, anyway, so again, if anybody go Google and I employ anybody right now out in the audience, I'm going to get y'all involved right now, interactive. Y'all go right now, go look up the etymological meaning of the word divine. You're going to see one of the words, etymological meaning of the word divine is to shine. What is shining? Shining is radiance. What is radiance? What is radiation? What is light? Right? Okay, so when we talk about light, this is the reason why we keep saying that light is that convergence place.
Can I continue now, Wavy?
Spiritual, damn, bro.
Wavy, can I continue now?
Damn, bro. I keep trying to tell you, it hurt.
I'm gonna continue. So first of all, we heard you. We heard you.
No, I never finished.
We heard you give. We heard you said.
That's the right there, brother.
We heard you said electromagnetism has intelligence, right? And it says right here with Sean Carroll, an actual physicist right here, source that says you can't do that. So what he's trying to do is leave you off on a tangent, now taking you down.
That's called false authority, bro. That's a false authority. That's a false authority. That's a false authority. He ain't got no power over me. He ain't got no power over you. He ain't got no power over you. That's a false authority. How the fuck you gonna tell me what I can't do?
Electromagnetism has intelligence. Okay, so let's continue.
I can't do it. Sure, I can.
That's a level of dumbass anyway. Within major monotheistic,
so I can do what the fuck I want when it comes to theology, philosophy, poetry, any of that shit, nigga. This is a hip-hop generation, nigga.
So yeah.
Fuck your classical motherfucking physics.
So mute your mic.
Fuck your classical physics.
Oh boy, who's hurt? Oh boy, now we see who's really hurt.
Fuck all that westernized.
Now we see who's
hurt. Not a makeover, nigga.
Yeah.
Not a makeover. We don't give a fuck, nigga. Yeah. When you talk about electromagnetism.
So now can I continue? So can I continue? This dumb nigga just said.
You didn't let me continue. You cut me the fuck off. You cut me the fuck off.
We just read here. Projection of intention.
You already cut me out. Like you already
fundamentally unconscious phenomenon. So now this dumb nigga thinks an unconscious phenomenon has intelligence.
So you don't want to just build on the level. You want the nigga shit, which is the reason why half the bullshit that come out of your mouth is bad.
Now we see who's hurt.
You two motherfuckers old to be on this bitch ad homing like you a YN, my nigga. You too motherfucking old for that shit, nigga. You can just talk to me like a grown ass man, nigga.
You ain't a grown ass man. You're dumb enough. You're a dumb fucking nigga. So I'm gonna talk to you like the nigga you is, dumbass. You're a dumbass nigga. You just said it right. You wanna be you proud to be a dumbass nigga. So I'm gonna talk to you like the dumbass nigga you are.
The man gets
shut up, them niggas.
He trying to dictate to y'all how y'all experience God. He trying to tell you how you experience God. How your personal relationship with God don't mean shit to you unless you measure that shit by classical theology, by classical theism. Unless you align yourself with Greco-Roman fucking Western European ideology, monkey ass fucking dumb shit. Nigga, you gotta align yourself with that shit in order to be fucking right and correct. Fuck that shit, nigga.
Yeah.
God
You
right,
hate
life,
that
left,
fucking
right,
right and correct, you dumb nigga. And you still a dumb
warmonger in this bitch, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga.
Yeah.
And you can't correct.
Yeah, you done? Okay. So within major monotheistic religions, God is conceived as omnipotent, which my brother alluded to and had to admit he did. Y'all heard him. Omniscient, morally perfect, and necessarily existence, which is what he just also said. Nobody said anything about omnibenevolence. You see that, right? Got him. And we had to make him stand on something because he would have turned around and said he didn't say what he said. Omniscient, omnipotent, morally perfect, and necessarily existent. Where do you get these ideas from? Aquinas. You talk about me and the white man. Where you get these concepts from? From Aquinas. From
again, boom. Again, like the same. He just made the same mistake again.
Shut up.
Baby. He just made the same mistake again. This said from the beginning, from the jump,
you can't get
God is light of electromagnetism comes from the collective of humanity. Is the white man part of the collective of humanity or not? Is the Greco-Romans part of the collective of humanity or not? Is the Brown Valley part of the motherfucking collective of humanity or not? We're talking about all of humanity. So of course you're gonna find some motherfucking elements that are the same because it's got the same goddamn building blocks. So that's fucking irrelevant. That's irrelevant, which is the reason why I keep saying goofy ass niggas that don't understand God and don't have no belief in God can't tell you shit about no God. You know what I'm saying? These niggas can't tell you shit about no God because these niggas not alive. These weak ass niggas believe that the whole world and the universe is a fucking machine, bro. A machine. They think it's a machine. They don't think this shit organic. They don't think the universe is alive. I believe the universe is alive. It's alive, baby. It's alive.
You done, Craig? Boy,
you know what I'm saying? It's full of life. It's full of energy. Yeah, you ain't never lived a day in darkness. You ain't never lived a day in darkness.
You're a dumb nigga.
You gonna always be light. Until the day you release this motherfucking physical form, nigga, and this body disintegrating to nothing but ash and dirt. Nigga, you gonna take your last breath and you gonna join the great spectrum.
Oh God! He's afraid to die too. He's afraid to die too, nigga. You afraid to die? You afraid to die? You afraid to die? Okay, you done?
You know what I mean? Like this right here. He said, within the major monotheistic religions, right? Again, classical. Again, wait, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Hey, wait, what did I tell you?
Boy,
didn't I tell you it's gonna be 8 slides of this nigga trying to stick us within classical theism? And right here it says within the major monotheistic religions. There it is. Right there, classical motherfucking theism, right there. Like I said, 8 motherfuckers flying to the same shit over and over again. And y'all niggas ain't gonna learn shit. Ain't gonna fuck down if that nigga did some shit. Nigga, hey, wait, didn't I tell you that was gonna happen? Ain't that what this is? Right here, it says within the major monotheistic religion. That's classical.
So wait, can I finish reading now?
I already cut that nigga neck off at the beginning when I said that we're not talking about classical theism because if we was, nigga, if we was right now, hey, Wavy, is your mom, Wavy, is your mom a Christian, bro? Is she a Christian?
Can I continue to read?
I bet you if you call your mom right now and you ask her, hey, mom, do you believe that God is light, physical light? And I bet you she tell you no. Because what we talking about not classical motherfucking theism, bro.
Can I continue to read now?
You ask nigga, you call up Henry right now, he gonna tell you no.
Can I continue to read now?
You call up anybody, any real Christian in
wait, let me know when I could.
They gonna tell you no, because what we talk about ain't classical nothing, nigga. It got elements of it in it, sure, because they part of humanity. So we're gonna take all the good parts. We're gonna take all the good parts, and we gonna leave y'all all the bullshit.
Can I continue
you know
now?
what I'm saying? Like we ain't anthropomorphizing God. You ain't heard us. God no prophet. We ain't said shit about no chosen people. We ain't said nothing about no prophets. We ain't said nothing about no motherfucking water. We ain't said nothing about no bullshit. All we said was God is light and these niggas went nuts. All we said was God is light and these niggas went nuts.
Yeah, so now let me continue. That's all we saying. And these niggas beating us up like we dummies because you're a dumb motherfucker. Equating this being with electromagnetism contradicts essential theological claims. Again, who made the claim that electromagnetism is omnipotent, omniscient, morally perfect, and
physicists did.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you just made that claim, right? So now look here. Look here.
Physicists did it.
So
go look up
the characterization of electromagnetism as divine.
Go look up Thornhill. They said it. Go look up Tesla. They said it.
Or
not just going off the human tradition,
fundamentally unconscious phenomena.
Y'all mad. You mad because it don't fit your classical motherfucking theism, nigga. You mad because you used to fighting with fucking classical.
So we just heard him.
So again, and we not one of them. This Naga, baby. We on a whole nother shit, nigga. It's that Afro, this that Afro cyberpunk shit, nigga. We on this Afro cyberpunk shit, nigga. We in the future, nigga. We niggas in the future, nigga. God is light, electromagnetism, nigga. We taking the future, nigga. Hey, when these YNs get this God is light, electromagnetism, all you old ass niggas with this Abrahamic shit, all you niggas gonna be dead. All you niggas gonna be on y'all knees. All these, bruh, when these YNs get this motherfucking God is light shit right, bruh, when these niggas really format this motherfucker the way it's supposed to, cause Naga, hey, look, we just threw the rocks out there, but you niggas go the ones gonna create the tsunamis, nigga. When they get this God is light is electromagnetism in them, bruh, it ain't gonna be Abrahamic faith. It ain't gonna be no fake spiritual system that's gonna be able to coach them or coerce them into any fucking foolishness. We've been done with that shit, bro. For the past 100 years, 300 years, all people been going in merry-go-rounds with the same bullshit, not getting no motherfucking work. It's time for a change, nigga. We stepping into the future, nigga. STEM, baby. Science, technology, nigga. Engineering, mathematics, baby. Physics. We gonna hit that shit hard. We gonna hit these science books just like we hit the Bible, Quran, and Torah, nigga. We gonna dissect physics. We gonna dissect biology. We gonna chop
your hand like a real bitch.
We gonna chop and screw that shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do our hip hop thing and this physics thing. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna turn that thing out because they ain't used to these niggas. They ain't used to real niggas getting up in the science, bro. They don't want real niggas in science, bro. They think we dumb niggas. They think we knuckle dragging niggas. And we can't understand positive and negative choices, nigga. Like we don't know the difference, nigga. I let your motherfucking boy, man. Real niggas stand up, nigga. God is light, electromagnetism, nigga. Not going motherfucking order, nigga. We stand on this shit, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
If the real niggas are going to stand up, you sit down.
Ain't none of that
sit down, please. You ask for the real niggas to stand up. I hope that you sit down. Okay, so now, can I continue?
Man, bro, you keep on painting us with this classical theistic bullshit. That's not us. That's why you keep on getting resistance, bro.
Can you shut up and let me speak?
No, can you stop trying to push the bull?
You cry. Oh, boy, you hurt.
We object, nigga. That's just projection, bro. I done already got that shit off at the root, and you still trying to use the same trick. You trying to use the same trick, nigga. This shit don't work.
It hurts.
Hey, Wavy, tell the nigga I already cut that shit
so bad
out, bro.
Why it hurts so bad? Why you crashing all of that, bro?
No, hey, I already cut that shit.
We just heard him. We just
heard him. You keep on trying to make us classical theists, and we're not. We're not, bro.
All right, Uncle Lareal, let's have a conversation. Go ahead,
bro. What conversation? I already killed that shit. We not classical theists.
Uncle Lareal. Uncle Laurel, let's have a conversation, bro. Let him go,
Okay,
then
bro,
you
but
can go
No,
again.
now
he's
he needs to
projecting
mute his
onto
mic.
me saying that this is what we
You know,
saying when
Wavy,
I
now
already
he
proved
needs
that
to
that's
Uncle
not what
mute
we
his
Laurel,
saying.
mic. Let me do
I'm
my
gonna let
thing.
you rebut, Uncle Laurel.
So we heard him double down on the fact that light equals God, omniscient, omnipotent, and a necessary existence, right? He also, you heard him said like electromagnetism is aware. It has intent. It's intelligent. The characterization of electromagnetism as divine often involves a subtle projection of intention, will, or consciousness onto a fundamentally unconscious phenomena. So what he's doing, he's just making shit up because he wants to, because he feels good. It hurts his feeling to be in reality. Electromagnetism interacts. While it's elegant and life enabling, it's non theological. It does not act with intent and purpose, which he tried to claim. He has no source to prove that. That's just his made it up shit, which puts him in the category of rather less intelligent. Now, with major monotheistic religions, God is conceived as omnipotent, which he attributed as a characteristic. He attributed omniscient. He didn't say morally perfect, but he said a necessary existence. Equating this being with electromagnetism contradicts essential theological claims. And again, when he misuses the term theology or classical theology, this is not one school of thought. It is all the bodies of thought that
Bro,
equate, that
god damn,
register
cuz
and
like the
equate
nigga
that,
just bro, this is
right?
not a debate, cuz. And
Electromagnetism
this what
is
I'm saying,
contingent.
cuz like
So why don't
this
you shut up,
what is
every
this?
just why you hurt so, man? You hurt, man.
It's not. I
You
mean, like,
hurt, man. You
look,
hurt.
look, wait, wavy. My right
Electromagnetism
handed
is,
guy,
bro,
listen,
bro,
wavy. I want
bro.
to show
Can
you how
you shut
redundant
the
this is.
fuck up and let me
Wavy,
do my
let me show
thing?
you how redundant it is.
No, 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 no.
We
You ain't showing
already
shit. You just
established.
running your
We
fucking
already
mouth.
established that I'm not
Bro,
talking about
bro,
classical theism, right? Right here in his shit,
you
right here
saying
in
it,
his
but
own. This is his shit.
I'm
It say
proving what
within
you did.
monotheistic
Shut the
religion,
fuck up.
God is
Shut
omnipotent. All
up.
these all this
Shut
other shit,
up.
right? It said
Shut
it
up.
equates being
No, now you
electromagnetism.
hurt.
Listen,
You're
listen,
busted. You're busted.
listen,
You're
listen to what
exposed.
it
You're
say,
busted. Listen,
bro.
Wavy,
Just listen to
mute
what it
his
say.
mic, Wavy.
It
Come
Hey,
said
on, Wavy.
hey,
Wavy,
what you
Wavy, hey, Wavy,
tell,
hey,
what you
Wavy.
tell
Can
mute
I
me?
ask
his
something
mic,
real quick?
Wavy. Come
Hold on,
Hey,
on,
hold
can
man.
I
on,
ask some? Hey,
hold on,
hold
man.
on. Can I ask some?
I'm still trying to
Can I
make
ask
a
just
Man,
point,
one?
won't
bro.
let me finish
You
a sentence, bro.
interjecting just gonna cause more confusion.
No,
No,
you
I
need
just
to
been,
mute your fucking mic,
nah,
bro.
bro. I just been quiet, bro. You gotta
Fuck
get
you,
everybody,
buddy,
somebody else.
bro.
You gotta get somebody else a damn turn to fucking talk. I've been quiet the whole fucking time. I'm just saying.
Oh my god,
Can
Gunner
you
fell
just
off.
mute your mic? Let me talk.
man.
Electromagnetism
Again,
is
bro.
contingent.
Wavy.
Oh shit,
I want you to
bro,
look right.
bro.
Mute
Why
his mic.
can't? Why
Mute his
you
mic,
so
bro.
hurt? Why
Mute
you
his
so
mic.
hurt?
Mute his
Why
mic.
you
Yeah,
so hurt?
I
Mute his
went
mic.
out. I went out real quick. Let me
Wait,
let me ask this. Let me ask this real
wait,
All right,
quick.
why
Hold on. Let me
you
ask this
so
real
hurt?
quick,
hey,
bro.
Gunner
Like that you're
fell off.
not gonna continue to do the
The
presentation.
Let
nigga
me
straight putting us to sleep, man.
hold on. Let
You
me.
hurt,
What about?
Wavy,
Hold on.
Wavy. What's
If
going on,
hold on.
Wavy?
If
You gonna let me do my bill or not? You
Man,
gonna
I'm
Nigga,
let
trying
me
to
do
tell
my
it's
y'all to
not a
bill?
let
motherfucking. This ain't a goddamn debate.
We
Uncle
not
said.
debating. I'm
Okay,
talking.
so then, nigga, what the fuck are
What
you
the fuck you
doing?
cutting me off? Let me finish what
Nigga,
I'm fucking
exactly.
saying, bro.
You sitting
You
here,
just
you
All
cutting
right,
me
all right,
off,
all right.
bro.
Hold
You
up, y'all
hurt.
you sitting
relax.
here
Y'all
I
recording
relax.
just
now.
I just got one. I just got
Go
one
ahead.
small question,
This
bro.
literally just came from another motherfucking
He's
discussion we
trying to
just had,
get me
nigga.
to
Hold up,
not
Uncle
finish
Damn,
Laurel.
what
bro.
Uncle
What the
Laurel.
fuck?
Uncle Laurel.
Is y'all niggas
Hold
on
up.
dope?
Go ahead.
Hey, uh, I want to say like electromagnetism is just one force in the universe. What about the other three? Like is that God too?
I,
Them other deities? What
okay,
about
so
gravity? What about weak nuclear force? What about
I
strong
can
nuclear force?
go. I can
Are you
explain.
calling those
I,
God?
I can explain that, right? Okay. The reason why we
I
don't
listen
talk
to this
about
nigga explain no dumb
the
fuck
reason
ever.
why we
You
don't
know,
talk
no,
about
I'm not listening. Listen, if you not
and
gonna let
that's
me
what
do
I'm
my
saying. Look,
fucking
maybe he
presentation,
can tell
I
you
ain't
why we
listening what
don't
the
do it.
fuck you guys say.
Maybe he
You
can tell
better
you,
shut
but
the
no,
fuck
he's just
up.
gonna be
You ain't gonna
disruptive
get to talk
because
here tonight.
I
You ain't
got
gonna get to
freedom of
say a
facing and
fucking word
scared.
here.
So
You ain't gonna
anytime
get to
I
say a
talk,
word. Nobody's
then it's
scared.
gonna become
And only one
psychoactive.
person here scared is you, because you can't sit
You know
through
what I'm saying?
fucking 4 slides without crying like a bitch cutting
The
me off.
man just asked me. He was asking me a question. He
No, I
asked me a
don't.
question.
I do. You don't get to
Yeah,
respond to shit
I know
until I
you
finish
don't
speaking.
care. I know
Give
you
a
don't
fuck.
care.
You ain't
You
saying
want
shit.
dissension. You want dissension
You
discourse
can't
because you
take
don't want
me
nobody
talking.
to rationalize that bullshit.
You
You
the
got.
only one talking here over everybody because you can't take it. You trying to
Nah,
rationalize shit
nah.
and sound the
If
most
Gula
fucking stupid.
wasn't kept falling off,
Baby,
nigga.
can I do not? I cannot do the bill. Yes or no? You gonna
Hey,
spit
hey,
the
yeah, I
bill
went.
tonight?
Uncle said you gonna do your bill. Let Gullah answer
When?
his question. And it's. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
When?
Maybe I shouldn't have both y'all on the panel at the same time because y'all not. Hold on. Let Gullah ask this question real quick. Go ahead, Gullah.
I heard the question, but go ahead. Whenever he gets stabilized, I heard the question.
Go ahead, Gullah.
I heard the question. I'm just saying.
Uncle Larry, relax. Go ahead, Gullah. All right, Gullah fell off again. Man, look, let me say this, man. Y'all don't want to have a conversation, man, because y'all both cutting each other off, man. Y'all don't want to have a conversation.
No, don't do the y'all thing, Wavy. Bullshit.
Okay.
Don't do the y'all thing, Wavy. Don't do the
If he
y'all thing,
was gonna have a
Wavy.
conversation with me, bro,
Wavy,
he
you
wouldn't come with a
friendship and
prepared,
stuff. That's okay.
already
But don't
prepared
do the y'all
slides.
thing.
He
Don't do
came
the
to you
y'all
with
thing.
already prepared slides to have a talk with me.
Oh, you can't. You standing on your premise.
I ain't got no slides. I'm just
Who
talking to
cares?
you off
I'm
the
not
top of my head.
debating you. I'm not debating you. It's a critical
Brown
essay. It's
white
not a
man
debate.
coming out of them and shit.
All right,
Like,
all right. Hey, Uncle Larry.
What? I'm cool, guys.
We're gonna do another show where we can recap Uncle Said's slides. You know what I'm saying? Because this like mixing water and vinegar, water and goddamn oil. So hey, Uncle Larry, I'm gonna give you on tomorrow.
This is what I'm saying, bro. If we already established that we're not talking about classical theism, right?
Uncle
Yes,
Larry,
you use all the classical attributes. So you're lying.
Check me out.
Because we use the English, nigga.
Hold on real quick. Y'all having semantical arguments which show me
Exactly.
y'all don't want to have a conversation. So
Exactly.
I'm saying this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let Uncle Sid present his 8 slides and then you can rebut it all tomorrow. But I already supposed to have you on the show and you could tomorrow you can have your own show. How about that?
All right, man. Peace.
All right. Uncle Gullah, you got an iPhone, so I don't know how you keep dropping off. Go ahead, Uncle Sid.
This dude, see, he's gone. The dude, I've gone back to dude. This dude just characterized electromagnetism as divine. He said it had intent and will. Here says nothing about no religion, right? But you can't attribute intent to will to an unconscious agent. That's a, you can't do it. And he said electromagnetism has intelligence. Now he would have to substantiate that, but he can't. And he's telling you he's making it up. So you're making up scientific claim about electromagnetism? It has intent because you want to believe so? Subsequently, he's claimed not to use classical theology. Yet he attributes these components, you heard it out of his own mouth, and says it's because he's using international language. Yet when we claim that it's classical theology, he says no, but he's using that because it's English. So this would apply to any language, to any culture, omniscient, omnipotent, moral perfect, and necessary existence. This would mean it's a component outside of nature. Equating this being with electromagnetism contradicts essential theological claims. Now he's trying to narrow you down because he's not, I'm not practicing classical theism because he says so. Yet, he's making all the attributes of classical concept of a God. Electromagnetism is contingent. It arose with the universe. It's contingent. It's not in control. It's subject to. Electromagnetism is localized and limited. It does not transcend space-time. So now you're making up your own God that operates within space-time, but has agency and is an unconscious force. You deny the other three forces which work conjointly together. So how does one of these forces raise above the rest when all are equally valuable and necessary? All are equally necessary. Electromagnetism lacks personhood, will, or moral agency. Again, you heard him say electromagnetism has intelligence. No, it doesn't. It's an unconscious force. Electromagnetism, no. This, thus, the identification of God with a contingent force is not just inconsistent with Abrahamic theology, it borders on heretical reinterpretation. And he's used,
Exactly. It's like that's like calling gravity. It's like calling gravity God.
yeah, it's one of the four fundamental forces. Why is gravity not God? Without gravity, we don't have no life. While electromagnetism is essential for the structure and processes of matter, for example, atomic bonding, light propagation, it is not uniquely fundamental. Physics
Yeah,
recognizes four fundamental interactions. So, like the
exactly.
color question is in here. How do you determine which one? Just electromagnetism, because it sounds nice to you.
Yeah,
Ontologically, the
and that
claim is
and that God
fundamental.
and that God is light and all that shit. That shit come out of Abrahamic religion and shit. That's
Exactly. He used it. Yes, God is light. The Bible, God is the light of the world. Ask your grandmama, she'll tell you, yes, God is the light of the world. Elevating electromagnetism above the others is a form of perpetual bias. You just randomly chose that one. Our sensory system and technologies are deeply intertwined with electromagnetism, hence the illusion of its primacy. However, uh, as Susskind 2005 and Weinberg in 1993 argue, no single force can be considered the soul of the cosmos. They are all
yep.
uniquely necessary for cosmic and biological structure. So again, fundamentally, your claim is false. Fundamentally, even
And then
when
he
you
said, and
make
then he
them,
and then he said radiation. Radiation is one of it was one of the nuclear forces. That's not
exactly,
electromagnetic force.
that is one of them. Yeah, think that for the strong nuclear force. If the claim is intended poetically, for example, to convey awe at the mystery and unity of the natural world, it holds rhetorical merit. So if you're just using it poetically, it has some rhetorical merit. Einstein famously said he believed in Spinoza's God, referring to a non-personal interpretation of divinity synonymous with nature's lawful order. But he's talking about the whole nature. That's deism, quote unquote, sort of. However, confusing metaphor for ontology is a common error, as Hume in 1779 and Kant in 1781 warned. Metaphors are epistemologically weak. They inspire, but do not prove. A poetic flourishing becomes dangerous when repurposed as metaphysical assertions or pseudo theological doctrine. Isn't that what we're dealing with right here? Isn't we dealing with his made up pseudo theological concept? While the phrase electromagnetism is the closest thing to God, may stir curiosity or wonder, it collapses under philosophical and scientific examination. It commits a category fallacy, anthropomorphizing a mindless force. When you said electromagnetism has intelligence, that's that's the state of anthropomorphizing electromagnetism. That right there. And these are your words. We have them on tape. This conflicts with a theological orthodoxy, extravagates the importance of one among several natural forces, and mistakes metaphor for metaphysics. It is at best a poetic hyperbole, and at worst a pseudo-intellectual assertion that distorts both science and theology. Such statements, when uncritically accepted, undermine rigorous discourse in both scientific education and philosophical theology. They should be carefully unpacked, contextualized, and where necessary, deconstructed. That wasn't too long, that wasn't hard. That was quick, simple, and fast. He's standing on nothing. His claims are
Yeah.
unfalsifiable because now he can make up. No, well, I'm not talking about this type of God. I'm not. But you're using God. You're attributing all of the classical theological attributes to this God, right? Making it seem that this thing is not contingent, all the while coming right back to its contingency. And from the moment you're dealing with a natural force, you're making a category error. You're equating a philosophical concept, theological at best, with that of a scientific one. You're shoehorning and you're committing a shoehorn and post hoc rationalization fallacy. New ideas, you want to fit them into an ancient concept of God. Electromagnetism is a modern scientific advent, and science makes no claim for and of God. And you cannot conflate the two subjects. Done. Now rebut that all you want with all your modern day this and your hip hop that and you this and you the new age and like you not gonna do it, you not gonna do you whatever. You can try, idiot, but you don't stand a chance. Science is undefeated, bro.
The Naga Wagadu tribe.
Wannabe tribe. The Naga wannabe tribe. Committing
Wagadu.
all the fallacies. Using what electromagnetism. Who came up with it? Ain't that a white man science? The concept of God, like Guller's trying to explain to you, the concept of omniscience, that's a white man theology. Most Africans don't have a monotheistic background. Most African cultures
Oh,
practice
oh,
ancestor worship.
he back.
Now I gonna mute
Well,
my
he
mic.
done, right? He
You
done,
can do
right?
what the
Now,
hell you want.
you could boot him off now. Yeah, he could dip off now. He done, right? I'm gonna rebuttal that shit right now.
Hey, Uncle
He
Larell,
done.
can I just mute his
Conclusion.
mic the whole time? That way, if you got some Uncle Larell, you there? I think something happened. Uncle said, you gonna go back and forth with him?
Hell no, I'm good. He could do what the hell he want. No, I'm good. He can't rebut nothing I'm saying, so he could just do his old crying and gish galloping. He ain't gonna pull a source to support nothing he's saying, cause he's admitting to making it up. And I just prove he can't do it, so let him make it up. Anybody can make up shit. He ain't convincing nobody though. That's the whole point. I'm done.
All right. That can you hey Gullah, you there?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back now. Yeah.
Hey, it keep kicking you off.
Yeah, keep me. It'll start off good, and I don't know what it start acting up. I don't know because of the connection or what. I like StreamYard a little better. Shit, I like motherfucking Zoom.
You on your you on your phone? You on your phone? Oh, it kicked him out again. All right, I gotta tell him what to do. All right, look like Uncle Larell's still on mute. Uncle said we got it done. All right, hold on. Let me get Gullah instructions.
So,
Hey Gullah, copy the link. Hey Gullah, copy the link, then put it in your web browser. Don't click the link from YouTube or from
Yeah,
Messenger.
that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing.
And you put it in your Google. What is it?
Yeah, it start off good, then it start tripping. I don't know.
You got an iPhone, right?
Hell no, I'm gonna iPhone or Android.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought once you copy and put it in
Hates
your web
Android.
browser, it'll work.
That thing hates Androids.
What you say, Uncle
I
said?
It hates Androids. I only jump up on my laptop because it hates my phone. It keeps kicking me off and shit.
Hey, you probably got to come on your laptop, Gullah. I definitely don't want to see you keep getting kicked off like that. All right, Uncle Larell, you there?
Yeah. But again.
Hey, Uncle Larell, I was saying, can I mute his mic while you were butting?
Whatever. That's if he can contain himself. Like he the fanatic here, like not me.
I'm gonna mute his mic.
So again, like we had said before, I don't know if he trying to be hyper intellectual or sound like he the smartest nigga in the room or something. But in the end of the day, no one has the right to dictate to you what God is to you. Naga has stood 10 toes down and said that when we say God, we are talking about power and force. We have said that 1,000 times over and over again, which means that you cannot mistake what we're saying for classical theism at all. There's no way for you to think that us making that statement is rooted in classical theism. Now, are there elements of what we're saying? Is there elements of it in classical theism? Yes, because classical theism got all they shit from tribal people, from Africans, indigenous Asians, indigenous Arabs, indigenous Indians. That's who they got their shit from, and they built on top of the shoulders of our ancestors to create the major religions of the world that we have today. So don't think just for a second, just because the white man or the elites got their own version of our ancestor shit, that somehow trumps your experience or your understanding of what God is. See, it's people like him that try to rob you from understanding the glory of God. We're telling you that God is power and force. We didn't anthropomorphize God. We didn't tell you that God was sitting on the throne. We didn't tell you that God sent no fucking no holy people. We didn't tell you nothing like that. All we did was say God. Why did we use the word God? Because everybody worldwide understands when you say the word God, you're talking about that power or that force that governs over your life or governs over lives or governs over the universe or governs over the world, irregardless of what tradition. Oh, man. Go ahead, bro.
But why you pick that force over the other three? Why you pick that particular force over the other three though?
I can answer that because as we going through the different religions, and it's all of the religions, not just classical religions, right? When we go through all the religions, there is one common thing: God is light. We don't see nothing in there about gravity. We don't see nothing in there about strong force. We don't see them describing attributes of the strong force. We don't see them describing attributes of gravity. We don't see that. We see them describing God as being light, right? And so we can't.
But you basing it from mythologies and religions though. Like why are you basing it off that?
Because that's human tradition.
How can you use it as your foundation, bro? Like that ain't no shit.
Because we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, right? Our ancestors believed in God because their concept of God came from studying the physical phenomenon, the sun, the moon, the stars, which that's physics. That's physics. When you get to talking about the sun, the moon, the stars, the rain, and all of that type of shit, that's physics, man. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Of course, there was some.
Hey, Gullah, come in on your laptop. My bad, Uncle Larell.
Of course, there was.
Hold on. I gotta go in the crib. I'm outside. I'm going to the crib. Hold on.
Of course, there was some anthropomorphizing going on. You know what I'm saying? As time progressed, As time progressed, because man wanted to control man. You know what I'm saying? And so those things are added into spirituality and religion. You know what I'm saying? But the original religion of man is physics and science based off the physical phenomenon, studying nature, studying the sun, studying the moon and stars. So all we doing is going back to the original of
They was
originals.
assuming,
We're
bro.
going back
They
to
was speculating. You basing off speculation of human beings, bro. They was speculating shit. They ain't had no fucking scientific tools to
so
understand this shit, bro.
you're saying all those astrological ruins and megaliths is just them bullshitting. They was just fucking around. They wasn't really wasn't
Yeah,
really
based
charting
off
the
what they
stars.
just based
They
on what they
wasn't really
seen with the
following.
fucking naked eye, bro. Based on what they seen with the naked fucking eye, bro.
Okay,
They didn't have no fucking
that's what
telescope, none of
science
that
is.
shit.
It's observation. You observe shit. You document things. You understand? You get repetitive results. That's what that is. That's science. That I don't know no other way to look at it, right? So, but if you want to look at it just solely on some spooky stuff, I mean that's your prerogative. But I'd rather look at when our ancestors saw God or God, they were looking at the natural phenomenon because man can't explain things that he can't imagine. So to come up with a concept like God, they would have need something to imagine God being, right? And that being that they saw was the sun. It's the thing that give you the abundance. It's the thing that gives you protection and warmth, and you know what I'm saying. It's where the concept of God came from, right? So we're not telling you to worship no sun. We're telling you that.
Got you. Hold on, Uncle Real. Uncle Real. All right, let me let Uncle Sid respond to that. Uncle Sid, you had in
We
your
already
slide.
heard it spiel, man, over and over again.
Uncle Real.
Go ahead, man.
Uncle Real, you had a stop sign. You mentioned something that's in the hold up real quick. You had a stop sign. You keep saying the same thing. So Uncle Sid, you had in your PowerPoint that why would you pick one force over the other one? He just told you why. Uncle Sid, you want to respond?
Yeah, he can make up whatever he wants to make up. He can't support anything that he's saying. Again, if we're looking at light, we're looking at a contingent agent, right? And if he's using the light that we see, that is not the full spectrum of electromagnetism. So he can't even make that equation because we see but a small portion of the electromagnetic spectrum. So again, he's committing the same error, a category fallacy, by using a logical fallacy, which is shoehorning and post hoc rationalization. He's going to continue to do it over and over. And again, when he asserts what his definition of God is, he's making it up. It's unfalsifiable. It's not. It doesn't hold within any theological framework. Yet he's using all the characteristics of classical theology. He's doing it over and over, and he's making excuses, dancing left and right. Now he's going back to ancient human beings that attributed agency to all of nature. They didn't have the concept of a singular deity responsible for everything. They anthropomorphized nature in its entirety. Now, that isn't totality of awareness. Rain isn't awareness. Thunder, lightning, sun, none of these provide omniscient position that he himself holds. So he's flim-flamming, conflating, because he's making it up. There's no concise, coherent argument. And again, he can't get around anything I just said. He is philosophically still ungrounded. So he can continue to do that. You see, I didn't come off mute. It didn't come off mute. He can gish gallop from now till the cows come home. He still can't explain how we can take away one fundamental force, make it greater when they all interact and, as the scientists say, are equal in proportion. So without one, you don't have the other. Yet he's making one dominant over the other. It's a natural phenomenon, but it's one based in ignorance.
Uncle Real.
Uh, yeah. So here's the thing. Again, man. I explained this a few times. We not talking. Hold on.
Hey, Uncle Real. He was talking to his birds in the back.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying, man. Again, he keep trying to tell us like what we saying, what we doing. He don't know. He doesn't know because he keeps telling us and projecting to us what we're doing and what we're saying when we're not saying those things, right? We ain't said nothing about Abraham. We ain't said nothing about the Bible. We could. We very well could, but we not. You see what I'm saying? When we say God, we keep saying it's power and force. It's something real. When we say God is light, we're talking real. We're talking the real electromagnetic spectrum, bro. We're really talking about light. Like we're not talking about fake light, man. We're really talking about light. So that's not in the classical sense. You know what I'm saying? But we did get the understanding about light from the traditions of humanity. You know what I'm saying? Because they kept on insinuating. So we started looking and we started investigating. And when we started investigating, we saw what we saw. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this ain't just in classical theism. You can go into the Masonic Lodge. Go into the Masonic Lodge. Go ask them what the three lights is. Go ask them who their God is, and see if they don't tell you God is light, right? So again, they saying, oh well, this come from Abrahamic religions. Did it? I can go into the hymn of I-10. Want to hear it? You want to hear the hymn of I-10? Huh? That's God is light too. They're talking about a solar deity. There's solar deities all over the planet. There's lunar deities all over the planet. There's celestial deities all over the planet, and they know it. They know that. You see what I'm saying? So to sit here and try to trap all of us in classical theistic thought is wrong on their part, and they're trying to turn all of us into Western European minded people. You see what I'm saying? Just like I told y'all, if you go to the hymns of I-10, you're gonna see the same thing. You're gonna see the same thing. You're gonna see the same shit where the Catholics and the Jews and the Christians got their shit from. That's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see African stuff. So when we standing on this God is light is electromagnetism, when we talk about I-10, we talk about Atum, we talk about I-10, you're talking about the crown. That's the corona. That's the corona of the sun. That's the crown of Ra. That's the sun. That's Ra, the sun. I-10, they're talking about the radiance, the radiance of the sun. They're actually talking about the physical phenomenon, the natural phenomenon. But when you get theologians and scribes and Scientologists like this goofy right here, you know what I'm saying, trying to dictate to you what reality is. In your reality, God can't be a force and a power. It got to be some mythological, anthropomorphic, allegorical, metaphorical God, or else you rogue. You see what I'm saying? Like how you gonna judge all of us by the same ruler? You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is I'm standing on the fact that I don't have the same ideology when it comes to what God is. I don't believe there's angels. I don't believe in devils. I don't believe in none of that type of stuff. But I do believe in a higher power, and I believe that higher power manifests itself as electromagnetism, and everything that we know in life is based in electromagnetism. When we talk about spirit, when we talk about soul, that's just a way for us to describe electromagnetism from you know what I'm saying, from a different perspective. Like it's the same thing. When you talk about soul and spirit, you're talking about a thing that animates a thing, something that animates. Well, you know what animates us? Electric charge. Electric charge animates us. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when we talk about spirit and soul, you got to understand how that shit correlates to actual real physical science. You know what I'm saying? Because metaphysics and spirituality don't mean nothing if it can't augment this physical life that we live in.
All right. Um, man, y'all some goddamn, y'all are some argument kings over here. I'm gonna have to give Laurel the crown for argument king. Uncle
For
said I'm
big
gonna have
up,
to give Uncle
for
said
big up
the
shit.
argument for pseudo buster. Go ahead, Uncle said.
Yeah, so I like the way he goes on these extensive diatribes and
I
how
could
he
barely hear
conflates.
him, bro.
I like how he goes on these extensive diatribes and conflates himself while he's speaking. We just talked about classical theology, right? And he said, no! But he just mentioned that classical theology is part and parcel of the world theology, right? Because they all use these attributes and they compile up into this concept, right? So he just stated right there, Christians got their ideas from here, but he just stated. So when we talk about classical theology, we're talking about that whole body of work. He's talking about metaphysics, and if you understand the the ideas of spirit, like I just did a three-part series, you would understand that these ideas just made it up, intuitive concepts. They are not grounded in any type of empirical way. He insists on making the category fallacy because he does not understand the category error that he's making. So he's going to double down and say that he can do this because it's his own thing, his own idea, his own make it up stuff. So yes, your position is unfalsifiable because you make claims that fit within the classical paradigm, but when have to stand on it, you say, no, 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 no. I'm standing on Amun Ra, but the church uses this. Everyone is seeing that you're all over the place. Then you're making these leaps. Again, four fundamental forces. Without gravity, we don't have no existence. Without the strong or the weak nuclear force, we don't have no existence. Without electromagnetism, we don't have no existence. All four are fundamental. So your arbitrary assertion that electromagnetism is more fundamental than any of the other three is just an arbitrary assertion. There is nothing supporting that position. So even from a scientific position, it doesn't make no sense, your position. On top of that, you attribute agency to electromagnetism, and that in and of itself is the most and utter ridiculous thing to do. Agency to an unconscious force. No matter how you gish gallop, no matter how you appeal to emotion, no matter how you throw conspiracy theories out there, your made up idea is completely and totally theologically unsound, philosophically unsound, and scientifically just ridiculous.
Hey, Gullah, you there? Go ahead, Uncle Real. Uncle Real, you there? All right, Uncle said.
Yeah, I'm here.
I thought he put you to sleep.
Nah, yeah, I could barely hear him and stuff. Like I said, he just talking and stuff. But I just want to read this right here because, like I said, this is not part of classical theism. This is our ancestor shit. And like I said, they want to remix that shit and then claim that they got some type of monopoly on God or some type of monopoly on the understanding of God. They want to have a monopoly on how you can think. So if your philosophy don't follow Western European ideology philosophy, then it must be wrong and you must be dumb and you must be this, that, and the other, which is the reason why all the ad homs always come with this man. Like, I mean, and y'all see that every time he dissertates, it's full of ad homs because that's really the type of energy that he want to come with. You know what I'm saying? But I want to read this. It says, homage to thee, O glorious being. Thou art with all sovereignty. O Kim Haru Kahuti, when thou risest in the horizons of the heavens and cry to joy, goeth forth to the people from all people. Thou art beautiful being. Thou hast renewed thyself in thy season, and form in the form of a disc within thy mother Hathor. So when you read that is literally talking about the sun. That is literally talking about the sun. That is literally talking about the universe. The sun and the disk of the sun disk, the corona of the sun, is literally talking about the Hathor, Newt. There's literally talking about the Milky Way. It's literally talking about the physical phenomenon. That is where the concept of God comes from. So when he trying to say that we just made this up, Did we make up the hymns to Ra? Did we make that up too? Huh? Did we carve all of that shit into the walls of the temples and shit? We did that, huh? We must have been the ones who taught Akhenaten about our 10, huh? That was us. We did it. Naga did it, right? So of course, like I said, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors. So of course, you're gonna hear things that is similar because we sit in the convergence where scientific thought and spirituality thought converges. We stand right there in the balance. If you one of those people that you stand in the middle, in the midst of science and spirituality, then come holler at Naga. If you don't want weak ass, old ass niggas trying to tell you and dictate to you what your spirituality be, come holler at Naga, because the door open for you. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't turn you away. We don't think you pseudo. We don't think you pseudo. We think you on to some shit, actually. You see what I'm saying? Because we know for a fact that without electromagnetism, without electric charge, we wouldn't be shit, nigga. You couldn't think. You couldn't have brain synapses. You couldn't have none of that shit. You couldn't have brain matter. We know that for a fact. So when we say that electromagnetism is the way that you study the nature of God, we not lying. We not fucking conflate anything. We're not saying that. We're not saying that electromagnetism is God. We're just saying that this is the evidence that God exists, because it shares all of the attributes that the collective of humanity keeps saying that God has, being able to be in all places. You know what I'm saying? Being self-born, right? That's another thing that's out of the indigenous cultures. The God being self-born out of self. You know what I'm saying? And if you get deep down into a lot of these studies when it comes to electromagnetism and dealing with charge, plasma, and stuff like that, you will learn that charge does the same thing. It's also self-replicating. It's also self-organizing. So when he tried to say that electromagnetism don't have intelligence, that's because that's their limited concept and perspective on what intelligence is based on their limited understanding of the universe. Because if you ask me, the most intelligent thing that anything or being can do is right or left, up or down, right or wrong, negative or positive. That is intelligence within itself. That is the epitome of intelligence. And being able to organize yourself into geometrical shapes that causes you to have equilibrium.
But intelligence come out the brain, bro. How you gonna have intelligent brain?
You can't have a brain without atoms, bro. You can't have atoms without electromagnetism. So again, y'all keep on negating the fact that the electromagnetic force is the reason why we have matter. It's the reason why we have reality. Right? You can't have biology without electromagnetism.
No,
everything is based on. You cannot have biology without electromagnetism. It precedes all things. It precedes everything. It's the cause of all things, all
That's
phenomena.
Not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That ain't intelligence, though.
This is the reason why if you want to understand God, you got to study electromagnetism.
Come after all of that shit.
This is the reason why.
Intelligence come after.
This is the reason why if you want to understand God, you got to understand. You got to learn electromagnetism. Because God is supposed to be boundless.
You know what electromagnetism is? It's a force. That's it. It's a force that combines fucking atoms.
I'm saying if you want to understand,
that's what it is. Bro, it ain't intelligent.
Listen what I'm saying. If you want to understand
like
God,
gravity
the concept of God,
that's like saying,
bro, listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. If you, it sounds like you might be an atheist, right? If you wanted to understand God, the way that you can understand God is by studying electromagnetism, because what they're describing when they talk about God is the same thing that electromagnetism is doing in reality. This is what we're saying. We're not conflating anything. It takes a fanatic to conflate it.
So that
you see what I'm saying? Like right now, if I wanted to look for evidence,
right there.
If I wanted to look for evidence that a car came through it, right? I'll be looking for like tire marks. I might look for some type of chemical trail or something like that. You know, I might you know what I'm saying. But when you're looking for God, you gotta look for certain attributes. And so those attributes we're looking at. Those same attributes are shared with electromagnetism. I'm just gonna land my plane right there.
We see the category fallacy being made right there. We see the post hoc rationalization. We see him trying to equate our modern knowledge
No, I
and
did. No, I did not.
and our
No, I did not. I said if you wanted to understand God, I said you as an atheist, if you wanted to
retrofitting it
understand the
into
concept
a
of God, you
theological
had to
concept.
study
So he had it.
electromagnetism
Here,
because what they're
here we
saying
go.
about God is the
Here,
same
here,
thing that
here,
electromagnetism
here,
is doing. That is not
here.
conflation.
Okay,
That is
so
not
right there,
conflation. You
he's
have to
repeating
conflate
it.
that.
So repeat it one more time so they can hear it. The shoehorning and post hoc rationalization. Do it again so they could hear. So he's taking modern science and he's retrofitting it onto ancient ideas, and he's
Again,
doubling down, doing it again. No, do it again. Do it again. Talk about electromagnetism, modern
again, like
science,
like
and
what
how it
I'm gonna just
equates
read.
to
I'm gonna read this right
what
here.
the
What
concept of
brother?
God. So
What's
now
his name?
you read a very
Cal. What's
poetic
his name?
piece
Cal.
and a
He said,
very
fun fact,
metaphorical
all
and
electromagnetism doesn't produce light. Like he says, all electromagnetism doesn't produce light, which is weird because electromagnetism is the force that
no, like I
electricity
explained
charge.
you, like I
Brother,
explained
brother,
you,
can
light
you
we
can
light
I
is
please
the
explain? Can I
visible
please
light
explain
is
without? Can
very
you
a
just show some
very
decorum?
small
Can you just show
spectrum
some decorum
of
so I can just read it?
electromagnetism.
I ain't even done reading the sentence. You won't even let me finish
You
reading it.
were rattling for a whole
Right.
half an hour. Now I'm
Brother,
taking over.
I'm trying to read the
Oh,
man's
no,
sentence.
no, 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 don't. No, I
I'm
don't
trying
need
to
you to
address
cut
what.
me off to
Look,
read
I'm just.
that.
Hey,
I
hey,
had
baby,
the
just
floor.
mute him,
I
brother.
had the floor, right?
Just
So you're
mute him, man.
undisciplined
Just mute him.
again. My
It
mic
says
was
fun
muted the
fact:
whole time. You
all
said you were going on mute.
electromagnetism
I start to
doesn't
talk.
produce
You cut
light.
me off
It
again.
is just a
I
limited
don't.
part of the
Why
spectrum.
won't you mute your mic?
Listen to
Wavy,
what he just said.
wavy,
You got
wavy,
to understand this. I want
wavy.
baby, I
My
want
mic
you to
was muted.
understand this.
He yielded the
I want
floor.
you to
I
understand.
started
I
to
want you to
Hey,
talk.
hey,
understand this.
Then
hey,
cut
hey,
me off.
Uncle Larell, let him finish. I'm gonna let
Bro,
you
he
good.
been
I'm gonna
saying
let
the
you
same
respond.
shit. All he
I'm
doing
gonna
is
let you
reacting to
respond
what
to
I'm
Kayela.
saying. He already said he landed his plane. He didn't have
I
nothing
didn't
else to
say
say to
that,
my
bro.
look. He
You,
already said he ain't
you
had nothing
know,
else to say to my
you know
pseudo
what?
ass. So
Oh,
now,
to that.
so he could have just muted out. He could have just bounced.
So
But he
now,
stayed here
so
because this
now,
is the type of
so
smoke he
now,
wants.
so
That's the
now.
reason why he
All
always
right,
coming
all
with
right,
the
No,
Uncle
you
Larell,
bullshit
can.
because
You
the
Uncle
bitch
heard.
ass
Larell.
nigga want
You
this type
heard.
of smoke. He
All
You
want
right,
this
heard.
type of
Uncle
smoke,
Larell, let
bro.
him finish. Let him
Hold
finish.
on, hold on.
Let him
Why
respond.
is it that when I get on the smoke, I'm wrong? But when this nigga sit here and talk, I could be bitch ass niggas, dumb ass niggas, pseudo ass niggas, all this type nigga, this all this
Uncle
ad
Larell,
hom shit.
Uncle Larell,
That's all
Uncle
I'm saying.
Larell,
Fuck this nigga, man.
Uncle Larell.
He read his 8 slides. He read his whole
This nigga
presentation.
heard.
He read the whole presentation to y'all several
I'm gonna
times,
mute
over
my
and over
mic. I'll
again,
wait till he finish
repeating the
again.
same
I'm gonna
bullshit to
remember.
y'all,
I'm gonna remember
reworded
what I have to
over and
say.
over
I'm
again,
gonna,
8 different
every time
times.
this nigga
And
talk,
y'all,
I'm gonna debunk
hey,
him.
look, I'm just keeping it in the buck, bro.
All
I'm just
right,
keeping it
Uncle
in the buck.
Larell, Uncle Larell. Just relax and you're gonna get to
I just
respond.
want to address Kyle's fucking
All right, I got Uncle Larell, but you cut off Uncle Said, so let him finish
man.
and let him get
The nigga said he tapped out. He ain't had shit else to add.
Oh look, he
That's
didn't
what
say
he
he,
said.
he said
But he
that.
need to be a man of his
Uncle
word then.
Larell, Uncle Larell, relax, relax. Go ahead, Uncle Said.
So again, you heard him 3 times double down on that logical fallacy I was continuing to tell you about. He's using modern science and now retrofitting what we understand in modern science to his claims of God. And as Kayel is pointing out, the fact that he's using light to equate to the electromagnetism is more evidence of that because visible light is but a tiny little fraction of electromagnetism. So without the advent of modern science, you would know nothing about electromagnetism to equate that to what the ancients could have known with regards to visible light. So then you claim that light is universal, and then you narrow it down to the sun. You see, this is how you're confusing the conversation because you're trying to fit your narrative and it has no place. Again, the claims you're making, you can't make them because they are categorically false. They're false in logic and in reasoning. So that is just universal. That's nothing to do with white or black. That is just faulty reasoning. And again, you insisting on using modern science to make claims of the supernatural. And then you're making the supernatural contingent, and you're doubling down on our knowledge of electromagnetism. It is but one of the four fundamental forces. You keep trying to separate it from the other three, and without the other three, you do not have electromagnetism. So your argument falls apart when you're trying to equate electromagnetism to A, visible light, and then B, separated from the rest of the four fundamental forces. Again, you, like it, from every aspect, no matter how you try to talk it and talk to the ancients and appeal to emotion and do all that, your
Yeah,
argument
man, it's the
just
same thing over
isn't
and over, bro.
strong.
You cannot do this. You cannot do that. You cannot do. You
Yeah,
cannot do this.
yeah, I just
All we
told you
doing
what
is
you can't do.
denying. Like him
You
deny
can't.
his denial is
You
not
can't
truth,
do it.
bro. So we just gonna keep on just sitting here listening to fucking 10 minutes of denial.
Go ahead.
No, you're
God
nonsense.
damn.
You making shit up. You just making
No, I'm
shit
not.
up.
I'm not. I haven't made up. I haven't made up one thing.
You read a
Everything
little poetic
everything I
piece.
say can be
You read,
studied,
you
bro.
read a little.
You're
You
done.
read a
Just, hey,
piece
mute
of
him out, bro.
poetry.
Mute
You
him
read
out,
a
man.
piece of poetry
All right, hold on,
Mute him out, man. Mute him out.
without being relevant to
Mute
the
him out,
subject.
cuz.
You read a
He a
piece of
fanatic.
poetry.
He's a fanatic.
and
I
you read a
told you.
piece of poetry
Bro,
as if a
the
piece of
nigga
poetry
already
from
read
the
his whole
ancients
motherfucking
have
presentation.
anything to
8
do with our
motherfucking
modern
slides. What else the
understanding
fuck do this
of
nigga
science.
got to say? What else do he got to say? This just supposed to be me rebutting the nigga, right? He just had a whole 8 slide. He had a whole fucking debate presentation. Now we got to sit here and listen to this nigga Gish Gallop after the fact that this nigga done already said he tapped out. Nigga, shut up. Just mute out. Go watch it from YouTube like I did. Go watch it from YouTube like I did.
This Kyle comments one by one.
Yeah, I'm just want to respond to some of his comments. He said, fun fact, all electromagnetism doesn't produce light. It is just a limited part of the spectrum, thus meaning his theory God is extremely limited and does not exist in totality. Again, this right here is again another fanatic. When they hear this shit, they become fanatic, right? So it says he just said all electromagnetism does not produce light. Go look that shit up. Go look that up. Okay, first of all, light is the force carrier of the electromagnetic spectrum. It is the force carrier of the electromagnetic spectrum. Without the exchange of photons between electrons and protons, you couldn't have fucking atoms. So what is he talking about? And so we just gonna act like he didn't just say that. You see what I'm saying? Now when we talk about static fields like a magnet, like a steady magnetic field from a bar magnet, and constant electric fields between two charged plates do not produce light because they are not oscillating and not radiating energy. That's not true. They are radiating energy. What they're not doing is giving off visible light. Is what they're not doing. It's not giving off visible light that you can see with your naked eye. And when it comes to the actual, when it comes to the actual charges in magnets, when it comes to the actual charges in magnets, you got some physicists that will argue that charge that we experience coming off of magnets is indeed photons. But that's another discussion, and like I'm still waiting on more information on that particular subject, dealing with the magnetic charge actually being photons, a different form of photons. You see what I'm saying? Because it's all like interchangeable. But he says light is just one part of the electromagnetic spectrum. Specific, what did it say? Light is just one part of the electromagnetic spectrum, specifically electromagnetic radiation in the visible spectrum range. Again, when he say light, he's just thinking about the visible light spectrum. That's all he's talking about. When we talking about light, we're talking about the entire electromagnetic spectrum, which includes radio, microwave, gamma rays, infrared, UV, so on and so forth. It encompasses all of it. We're not chopping and screwing anything. We're not separating light parts. We're saying the totality of it. Like if you want to understand what God is, when they talk about God, right? And again, like I said, this is the convergence where atheists can understand what a believer is talking about, and a believer can understand what an atheist is talking about when they talking about science, right? So when they talk about God, they're gonna describe God being radiance, the glory of God. They're gonna talk about that radiance, that power of God, the power of God to do these things, to bring forth change, to heal, to do these things, right? If an atheist really wants to understand why a believer believes and feel the way that he feels, he should study electromagnetism, because we use electromagnetism to heal the body. We use charge. We use charge to heal the body. You see what I'm saying? And so you can understand why they're grateful for being able to be alive and still breathe and have that electron chain continue to create metabolic energy within inside their own cells, right? You see what I'm saying? So you can understand why they're happy. You know what I'm saying? Why they're praising God, or that force and power that is over their lives and over the life that controls the entire universe. So you, as an atheist, you can understand that from God is light is electromagnetism perspective, not saying that God is light is electromagnetism is a scientific theory. We never said it's a scientific theory. We never said God is light is electromagnetism is a religion or something that you should follow and start sacrificing motherfuckers to. We never said that. Nobody ever said that. We said this is the convergence where spirituality and science converges at, and people are so fanatical that they want to just tip the scale instead of staying right there in the midst where we have unity. Where the unity begins, they want to rip that apart. They want to tear it from the seams where the unity is. We have unity within atheism and within the belief
unity, your guilty emotion. So now you're
I thought you were done, bro.
No, now you're done. I'm done when I say I'm done.
You got most.
Hey, can I say?
Now you're done.
All right, hold up. Uncle Larrell, relax. Uncle Larrell, relax a little bit.
I'm good.
All right, go ahead, Gullah. Gullah.
Can you hear me?
All right, go ahead, Uncle Sid.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Go ahead, Gullah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, can you hear me though?
Yeah.
No, I'm finna say.
Yeah.
I'm finna say, electromagnetic force is not even the strongest force out of the four. Strong nuclear force is the strongest out of the four. Like, so how is that? How you determine that one to be God though? Like, it don't make no sense.
And equating the charges in our body to electromagnetism is crazy. That is, your body produces APT, and APT is what fuels the cells, right? That is a fundamental fueling mechanism. And it has an electrical charge, but that isn't electromagnetism. So why are you conflating the two? And the whole point is, every time he talks about light, he is talking about light in the visible spectrum. He's talking about light in the visible spectrum, radiation. What you reduce God to the sun, then you equate God to light. That's the visible spectrum. This is where you're making the category error. You're talking about electromagnetism that only comes into play with the modern advent of science. And then once you try to shoehorn science back into those ancient concepts, that is a logical fallacy, and it is a fundamental flaw, because this is a category error. You're trying to equate two fundamentally different concepts. The ancients had no idea about electromagnetism. Their conceptualization of God was agency outside of time and space, controlling time and space. So it couldn't have been a contingent agency. When they looked at the sun was powered by God. God gave the sun all its force, all its energy, all its attributes were attributed to something beyond that God. And that was always the case. So all the rah, and then the appeal to emotion, we're trying to unify. No. Methodological naturalism makes no claims of the supernatural. And if you're using science, science has no reason to attribute any type of agency to one of the four fundamental forces. So I don't see where this thing is converging. Your metaphysical claim is not grounded in anything empirical. So how you want to equate that to science, I wouldn't know. And you making shit up as you go. You're all over the place. You equating the sun to electromagnetism now? The radiance that Ra was talking about, that's electromagnetism. No, that's light. And light is but our what we can visibly see. We can't see infrared, and that's right next door. We can't see ultraviolet, and that's right next door, let alone gamma, let alone radio waves, microwaves. And that is only because of the modern advent of science. You cannot shoehorn these concepts into ancient concepts, which which is classical theology. It embodies all of those metaphorical ideas that are not grounded empirically. So I don't know from which angle you're proposing that this argument you're having is sound. It isn't.
Yeah,
It
cause he,
isn't
cause
grounded.
hey, as
Logistically, it doesn't
Uncle
make sense.
said, cause he said he keep he keep bringing up radiation, but radiation is weak nuclear force. Not that's not electromagnetic force.
Exactly. So like he's all over the place. He gave agency to to electromagnetism because it's self-organizing. No, these interactions. Without gravity, you don't have those interactions. You don't have that organization. Without the strong and the weak nuclear force, you don't have any damn atoms to talk about. And now you equating the electrons that are produced by magnets to photons? How, Sway? How? One is radiation, the other is an electron. One collapses into a particle and the other has charge. Who?
Hey, Uncle
Right.
said, Uncle said definitely got his money worth today, man.
Man.
How
and the
many
and
times
the
you blew your
wild
gas?
and the wild nonsense. You want crash out black discipline, I can stay right here. But obviously you can't listen to 15 minutes of information. That was too much. Oh, you did 8 slides. You count the slides, you couldn't count the minutes. That was frying your brain. Too much.
Mm.
The words like ontology, so they went over your head, huh?
I feel like Uncle Laurel and Uncle Sid had a 2 hour conversation and didn't get nowhere.
Ain't nowhere to get when you're dealing with fanatics.
Right.
Who's the fanatic here? Unfalsifiable position. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you can't call
I
you
go
can't
back to
call
the
nobody a fanatic because they disagree. Because he called people fanatics because they disagree. What like where is he leaving room for more science? Like what about the other forces that science or theorizing about that is possible other than the four that we know about, like dark energy, you know what I'm saying? And what's the other one? There's other phenomenon, you know what I'm saying, that's being discovered, that's being studied, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, this how
yeah,
it
Even
always happens.
even quantum gravity. Quantum gravity is another one, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Hey, this how it always happens. If you're a part of the pseudo killers and somebody start making videos about you or disrespecting you, blame Uncle Sid and Gullah because they two pseudo killer members trying to go at the damn Naka army by themselves. So if you're a part of the pseudo killers, blame Uncle Sid and Gullah.
I shut up the nuggets. I shut up the nuggets. Them nuggets be nagging me talking too much. I shut up the nuggets. You come in here with your magnetism, I shut up a nugget. You talking that bullshit, nigga, I shut up a nugget. You make me friends, it ain't legit, I shut up a nugget. I shut up a nigga, I shut up a nigga, I shut up a nigga.
Hey, you got damn, Uncle said got a Naga diss song on the way. Hey, Ruben, Thought, got the bushes, Thought. Sticky D been having Thought in the bushes, got the bushes. Ruben, Thought, uh, man, look like Uncle said, trying to make some enemies. But nah, I felt like good back and forth nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? I try my best not to. I don't like
I'm
putting
a pseudo killer
people on
nigga,
time
and I'm
limits.
gunning for your head. Holding niggas accountable for the pseudo shit that they said. Ain't no more running, nigga, I'm gunning for your head. And I'm a boogeyman to the pseudos. I'ma lead these street red pseudo killers.
Woo! All right, Uncle JJ. You gonna get Uncle JJ to start rapping his verse, Uncle said.
Yeah, he needed to jump on the hit. He needed to piggyback on it. He can't stand on his own though. See, I could hit him with the dun. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Pseudo killers. Ha!
Hey, what this is, Uncle
What is
said?
the head that wears the crown? Pseudo killers.
Uncle said, what is this?
That's Mike Tyson punch out, baby.
Nah, that's the new Donald Trump dance, man.
Oh, that is Donald. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. You just gotta put that little hip in it. Gotta put that little
Hey
swag in
man,
it.
we about to get up out of here. It's always good when the pseudo killers you get them live in action, live in battle. So y'all just heard Uncle said discourse. Y'all heard my boy Gulla. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning the crumbs up off the ground and making it make sense. Um, About to get up out of here. Y'all gonna spend time with y'all family. I hope y'all football team drafted somebody that's gonna change our organization around. Us Philadelphia Eagles, we don't get tired of winning Super Bowls, so the rich only go get richer. Got Uncle. I know Uncle Said is a Ravens fan too. You know what I'm saying with Uncle Bobby. Um, y'all had a pretty good draft. My boy Gullah,
Baltimore
St.
Ravens.
Louis ain't got no team, so Gullah is a Ram now. St. Louis ain't got the Rams, so Gulla's still a Rams fan. Gullah, man, I hope y'all did good in that draft. And Uncle said
Always a
you're
pleasure.
a Ravens
Always,
fan, right?
always, always a pleasure. Stay tuned to the pseudo killers next week. The spirit versus the soul. We dissect the similarities and the difference, and we go again and solidify this conceptual idea. So you hear the nonsense that my brother was spewing up here about spirit and soul and stuff like that. He doesn't know that these concepts are grounded in a European idea called Aristotelian philosophy, which formed the whole concept of which is still grounded. And you know when that comes from? 300 BCE, and 300 CE with the philosopher Aristotle. So tune in next week, and the week after that, I'm gonna give you death, the afterlife. I'm gonna show you that these brothers are scared to die, like you heard him say up here. When you gonna meet your maker? When you gonna die? You gonna say, "Oh, I'm scared to die. I'm scared to die. I'm scared to die." That's what got coming up in the next couple of weeks, and look out for Doc Sweet Tooth and Eyes prelim on Paradigm Shift. That's gonna be announced shortly because we gonna get it in. Doc Too Sweet and I gonna get in that debate ring, and we gonna show y'all how to have a classy debate where nobody's gonna be crying and bitching after the fact.
Already. Y'all heard it here first. Subscribe to Pseudo Killers. Subscribe to Book of Al Jahid's podcast. And like, share, and subscribe to the show. We out of here. And y'all take it easy. Peace.